Welcome to Full Count Rhythm Baseball on the Full Count Broadcast Network, presented by Full Count Ministry and Rhythm Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Now let's send it to the ballpark for today's matchup.
Welcome to Henderson, Kentucky for Part 2. This is Game 2 of the championship round, and there is no rain in sight. And the umpires making their way to the field here. We did not see that yesterday. This is Tim Reese at Park Field in Atkinson Park, right on the banks of the Ohio River here in Henderson, Kentucky, south of Evansville, Indiana. Thanks for joining us on the Full Count Broadcast Network, brought to you by Rhythm Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, title sponsor for year number 3. With the Full Count Rhythm, the Ohio Valley League. College summer baseball wrapping up here. Possibility that tonight is the last night of action. Rhythm looking to get it done on the road after winning the championship a year ago at Drakes Creek Park as the second-year player at the time, Harrison Travis, hit one into the night in the left field to give the Rhythm a 5-4 victory over the Du Bois County Bombers, as Full Count won 2-0 over the Bombers, who had been in the championship game 6 years. This is the only year since the Du Bois County Bombers have been in the league that they have not been in a championship game. They've either won it, which they did in 2017, actually the first year that they came in the league, 2015, 2017, and 2021. But 2023, they went out in round 2 against the Louisville Jockeys. Head coaches coming to the plate to meet with the umpires. Head coach Josh Carman and J.D. Arndt, the only coach that the Henderson Flash have ever had. Let's check the other camera to make sure it's in good order. Welcome. Glad you're here, and we expect a big crowd, not only here at the ball game, but actually on the broadcast. Henderson has their own broadcast, a live stream and a radio broadcast, but glad to have any and all fans. I know we've got some from the Clarksville Whirlybirds and have some from the Paducah Chiefs. I know Cindy Diamond checked in the other day, the mother of Luke Diamond, and had some nice comments. I didn't get a chance to get over there to her. And we have super fans, Vicky Malone, checking in already. I know that other super fans are probably watching. I'm sure that sweet Nora Sills, Grand Nora down in Mississippi, is watching, as I would assume that Nana from Naperville is or will be checking in soon. We also have several fans that have made the ride back. The Kleisers are back, and I believe the Dorans, I believe is their last name, are here. The Slaughters, and I include in that Joe Thomas, grandfather. So let's take a quick break, and we'll come back with the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate starting lineups.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
And now for the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate starting lineups. First for the visiting Full Count Rhythm, Henry Jackson leading off, playing first base. Drew Robertson will be in center field, batting second. Levi Perrell at shortstop, hitting third. Jackson Cothran will hit cleanup and be the DH. Sam Slaughter in right field, batting fifth. Josh Seiler, batting sixth, playing third base. Reese Holbrook in left field, batting seventh. The 8-hitter is Frankie Delgado, and he will be behind the plate. And batting ninth, playing second base, Brett Waringer. And on the mound, Right-hander Jackson Underwood from Middle Tennessee State University, hometown in Murfreesboro. He went to Riverdale High School, the son of Chad and Jennifer Underwood, brother to Josie and Gemma. There's a grandma in Gordonsville and a pappy and a Mimi in Hendersonville. And he will face the Flash lineup that looks like this. Luke Scales leading off, playing second base. Jacob Lester, shortstop, batting second. Colin Helms will bat third and be the DH. Logan Lacey at third base, hitting cleanup. Nathan Brewer, center field, batting fifth. Caleb Niehaus playing left field. He will bat sixth. Batting seventh is the first baseman, Brady Morse. Charlie Reif will be behind the plate tonight, batting eighth. Carl Lawson out in right field, batting ninth. And Holton Compton on the mound, a right-hander from Wren Lake College, hometown Richland, Indiana. And Compton will be getting his third start of the year, his ninth appearance. That's in the regular season, does have one appearance. It was a start against the Muhlenberg County Stallions back on July 22nd. Went 2 1/3 innings, gave up 3 hits, 4 runs, walked a batter, and struck out 4. Jackson Underwood is getting his second appearance in the playoffs. Came in the Clarksville Whirlybirds game number 2. Got the win, went 4 innings, gave up only 1 hit, no runs, walked 3, struck out 3. In the regular season, he had 8 appearances. 1 was a start. Had a 1-2 record. Opponents only hit .214 off of the 6'2", 200-pound right-hander. He went 20 innings in his 8 appearances, gave up only 15 hits, 7 runs, only 3 earned, 13 walks, and 24 strikeouts. A 1.37 ERA that contributed mightily to the Rhythm, who led the regular season in ERA by a wide margin, actually. They had a 2.72 ERA. They led the league in both 2021 and 22 in the lowest ERA, and that was with a 3.3 and a 3.33 ERA. So a fantastic year for Rhythm pitching. As you see, the Flash players, the starters, are coming out, but we will have to take a break as the national anthem is coming up. So we'll be right back.
Score home run deals from your hometown dealer. Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We've got Nashville's best selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, every new vehicle comes with Rhythm's exclusive lifetime warranty. Unlimited time, unlimited miles at no additional charge. We've got great deals on deck, so step up to the plate. Find your new Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram at rhythmcdjr.com. Feel the rhythm, love the ride.
Hey, I've been thinking, bank fees can seem pretty cruel. Well, they did until I went to Volunteer State Bank. I found a bank with a local personalized service and free checking. Yeah, may I present to you Kasasa. Now it's kind of like my checking account is paying me instead of the other way around. Visit one of our 11 locations or anywhere you have a phone. Real people, real solutions, right here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And a national anthem here. Sorry we cannot bring that to you, as Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter will kick us out thinking we're trying to make money on music. We are not. We are trying to bring you some baseball here in the Ohio Valley League. The Rhythm, last time they played an away game in the OVL championship lost to the Du Bois County Bombers up in Du Bois County a couple of years ago. Rhythm are all-time 15-3 as a loss this year to the Paducah Chiefs in round 2, and the 2 losses to Du Bois County in the inaugural year for Full Count. But the Rhythm trying to take the trophy here in the 3rd year of their existence in the Ohio Valley League, and for the 2nd year in a row. And you weren't with us just a little bit earlier. This is the 1-year anniversary of Harrison Travis hitting the first pitch he saw in the bottom of the 9th in Game 2 against the Bombers to win the OVL championship. So the championship trophy will be here. John Bruce, the outgoing president of the Ohio Valley League, will have it, I'm sure, in his vehicle. I have reserved a chair here and a microphone for when John gets to the game. We'd like to have him on. Here's how the Flash will put up their defense. Niehaus in left, Brewer in center, Lawson in right. Lacey at third, Lester at short, Scales at second, Morse at first. And Charlie Reif behind the plate. He will be catching Holton Compton, who will be delivering first pitch to Henry Jackson. We are set for action. First pitch misses down low. We are underway at 6:03 p.m. Central Time. Next pitch, a breaking pitch in there for a called strike. Game time temperature 86 degrees, feels like 89. Where I'm sitting right in the sun, seems like 103. There's a line drive right back up the middle, and Henry Jackson gets this game started with a single into center field. Henry's folks are here. Frank and Beth, his girlfriend Rebecca, and her mother Lainey are here as well, up from North Carolina. So Drew Robertson, the hits leader in the OVL this year, steps to the plate. Throw over to first base, and Jackson back head first. Compton delivers. That pitch is fouled off to the left side. A AAA autoglass foul ball. Dylan Doris, he is traveling with the last mission group coming back from Nicaragua. They'll be hopefully getting back to the Nashville airport later on this evening. There's a breaking pitch. Gets in there for a called strike right on the corner. On deck, Levi Perel, the shortstop. Drew hitting .316 here in the playoffs. 6 hits. He'll hit one to the left side. That will be gloved, but dropped in front of Lester, and that'll be an infield single. We'll have to check with Game Changer, but that puts runners at first and second. Just got off the glove of Logan Lacey. Let's see if they deem that an error. It was a little bit to Lacey's left. Mike could have had a play on that, but did not come up with it. And Levi Perel will step in with 2 on and nobody out. He'll square the bunt. Breaking pitch stays high. Let's clear that off. And they gave Robertson an infield single. So 2 hits to start the top of the first. Levi squares again and pulls the bat back. Compton now goes 2-0. Had some walk issues this year in 21 innings. Had 26 walks. Plays for Chris Modelmog up there at Wren Lake. Formerly a Belmont assistant coach. That ball is fielded by the first baseman, Morris, and he throws over to Scales, and the sacrifice moves both runners up. Josh Carmen, the head coach, looking to get ahead again. I believe they've scored the first run of the game in each of the first 6 games. Game 7 of the playoffs, and Jackson Cothran steps in. Josh Cothran, his dad, has already checked in on Facebook. That pitch down in the dirt. All natural field here at Park Field in Henderson, Kentucky. Cothran leading the team in hitting here in the playoffs, hitting .400, has 8 hits, all singles. I think you'll look in the OVL stats. It indicates he had a double, but that I don't know what happened. We had 2 doubles awarded back at home at some point in time. There's a fastball that gets in there. Not sure if that caught Jackson off guard. Maybe he was looking for a breaking pitch, but might have been a little bit inside as well. Cothran has 4 RBIs. Drives that one, and it's caught on the dive by first baseman Brady Morse. But on the play, a Rhythm get the Framework Athletics first run of the game, driven in by Jackson Cothran. Henry Jackson, great base running right there to come in to score. I'm a little bit shielded by all the population there at home plate, so any play going toward that right side is going to be difficult for me to see. Another left-handed hitter, Sam Slaughter, steps in. He pops one up. That'll get out of play. And another AAA auto glass. Foul ball. Still need to call Dylan Doris over there at AAA and have him check on the nick I got in my windshield. That ball gets by in the dirt, and here comes run number 2. Drew Robertson, no way, is going to stay at third base. Well, the ball in the dirt there, regardless of how close the backstop is. So a wild pitch gives the Rhythm a 2-0 lead here in the top of the first inning. Not the start that the Flash were hoping for. At a 1-ball, 1-strike count to Sam Slaughter with nobody on and 2 outs. And another pitch in the dirt. Josh Seiler, wearing Walker Strange's jersey, will pick that one up. Return to the on-deck circle. Josh apparently could not locate his light blue jersey. Slaughter, who has walked 3 times in the playoffs, no stranger to the base on balls, had 15 base on balls in just 8 games with the Rhythm. Fouls another one off. AAA auto glass brings us to a full count, brought to you by our host home families. See if I can get to that right here. Ryan and Lindsay McDuffie, Todd and Melinda Neal, John and Amy Smithson, Mike and Kim Hayes, Brian and Susan Truitt. All host home families, couldn't do it without them. Full count pitch. That's a ground ball just to the left of the second baseman Scales, and he ranges over and makes the grab, throws on to first base for out number 3. But the Rhythm break through early with 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We are headed to the bottom of the first, and Jackson Underwood will toe the rubber for the Rhythm.
Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram knocks it out of the park with Nashville's best selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, all new vehicles come with a Rhythm exclusive lifetime warranty. Unlimited time, unlimited miles, no additional charge. That's a home run. Find your new Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram in Madison, just 10 minutes north of Nashville.
If you've got a dream, then we've got you covered. Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram is like no other.
for a moment. Every single business, from the smallest neighborhood bakery to the biggest multinational corporation, is someone's dream come true. The byproduct of planning and determination and hard work. If you own a business, you already know that. So you'll also understand that fire and security protection isn't just about protecting property. It's about safeguarding dreams. At Corson, that's what we've specialized in since 1946. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Jackson Underwood on for the Rhythm to face the Henderson Flash here in the bottom of the first inning. Underwood's second appearance in the playoffs, first start. Elliott Bray scheduled to start yesterday, and he had a family vacation that was planned to Orange Beach. Instead, Scott was here for yesterday's game, but since yesterday's game did not get played, had to take off as the music still plays as we have the first pitch into Lacey. Just a little bit inside. I said Lacey, it's Luke Scales from Bellarmine. There's a fastball, it's a little high. Count goes 2 balls, no strikes. That ball's hit up in the air out to center field. Drew Robertson throws his hands up a little bit, and that indicates that he has it. And he does make the catch for out number 1. You want to keep that guy off the base pass. Luke Scales was 3 for 4 in game 1. Had a home run, a double, and a single. He was on deck when the last out was made after they scored 2 runs in the 9th inning. Jacob Lester from Trevecca Nazarene University steps in. He gets one deep to left field. Back goes Reese Holbrook, and he'll be able to make a play in left center field. So a couple quick outs here for Underwood. Pretty crisp swings right there by 2 infielders, a second baseman and the shortstop. And now the DH, Colin Helms, steps in, the designated hitter from Harding University. Underwood will try to attack the knees in the strike zone, but comes up just a little bit low. Helms will look at a strike there. I believe he's been injured this year. Normally is behind the plate from Lawrenceville, Georgia. He swings over another off-speed pitch, and the count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jackson Underwood looking to have a 1-2-3 inning here in the bottom of the first. Just missed outside. Helms hitting .286 in the playoffs. 6 hits, 2 doubles, 3 RBIs. This is low and away, and we'll have a Full Count Ministries full count. Already 0 for 1 on the full count first pitch foul ball. And the 3-2 pitch is in there for a called strike, a breaking pitch that Helms apparently was not expecting. A 1-2-3 inning for full count. We will head to the second. Thanks for joining us on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Hey, I've been thinking, bank fees can seem pretty cruel. Well, they did until I went to Volunteer State Bank. I found a bank with a local personalized service and free checking. Yeah, may I present to you Kasasa. Now, it's kind of like my checking account is paying me instead of the other way around. Visit one of our 11 locations or anywhere you have a phone. Real people, real solutions right here. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Eddie Crittenden, the voice of the Fulton Railroaders, sitting in an Applebee's. Didn't know we were going to get started early. Tell them to turn me on up there in Applebee's, Eddie. I bet they got YouTube. Probably got one of them smart TVs, wherever it is you are. Probably Fulton, Kentucky, the big city. Maybe you're down in South Fulton. Josh Seiler will lead off the second inning. Holton Compton back out on the mound, breaking pitch down low. Seiler from Trevecca Nazarene University. He'll look at a fastball in there for a called strike. Seiler playing in his third game in the playoffs, looking for his first hit. Playing third base for the first time in a while. Walker Strange been down there, and along with Trey Miller, but both of those guys have come up a little bit gimpy. So Seiler penciled in over there at third base. And he takes a healthy hack. Foul tips that one into the glove of Charlie Reif. Seiler hit .231 in the regular season. 2 home runs. Leave that breaking pitch up top, and we'll have another full count. Brought to you by some more host home families, if I can find that. Apparently not going to be able to quick enough. He'll take a walk. Keep that paperwork up here. Eric and Gay Sutley, Bill and Cindy Milligan, Andrew and Autumn Robertson, and Heather Robertson all had either players or coaches stay in their house. Several have been host homes for several years. And Reese Holbrook steps in. Throw over to first base. Seiler's back in time. First walk of the game given up by Holton Compton, and another leadoff batter on base. Henry Jackson led off the top of the first with a ringing line drive right by the left ear of Holton Compton. Holbrook looks at a ball in the dirt. Reese from the University of North Carolina. Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, will have a visit by pitching coach. It might be Brandon Boxer. After he sees, I believe that's, nope. Guess that's the first pitch in the dirt. He did throw the first ball over to first base. Reese Holbrook hit .296 in the regular season. A couple of doubles, a triple, 15 RBIs. Rhythm didn't have that one guy this year that just had a bunch of RBIs. Henry Mosley last year had a bunch. Jackson Hannon the year before that. But Jackson Cothran led the team with 20 RBIs in the regular season. Levi Perrell right behind him at 18. Perrell is leading the squad in RBIs in the playoffs. He has 6. But there are 5 other guys with 4 RBIs each. Rhythm have scored 33 runs now with these two, 35 runs in 6+ games of action. Compton is ready, delivers the pitch outside. Reif started to throw down to first base as Seiler was off a good bit down there at first. See if Holbrook's squaring around on this 2-0 pitch. He does not. Pops that one out straight back. He had a pitch he liked right there and just got underneath it. Julie Fanning saying Jack Thompson's aunt. Julie watching from outside D.C., my favorite city in the world. Thanks for joining us on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Throw over to first base. Seiler back. Not a huge base running threat, honestly. Seiler does have actually 3 stolen bases. It says he's been caught stealing once, but he has not. There's a fastball that's high right here at this field, as a matter of fact. Josh Seiler was standing at second base, and Reese Holbrook was at third when Reese tried to steal home plate. They caught him, Seiler stole second, but they had those guys reversed for some reason, and said that Josh Seiler was caught stealing home. But Reese has attempted 3 steals of home this year, has been successful once. I think he was successful here. They just called him out. Another AAA autoglass foul ball, and we'll have another full count brought to you by our 2023 Full Count Rhythm host homes. Nathan and Becky Jane Davenport are the host home for Reese Holbrook right here. Erica Tina Stewart hosting Tyler Cruz. There's a ground ball. That could be 2 up the middle. It's bobbled by Jacob Lester, and everybody's going to be safe. He thinking about 2 before he got a handle on that ball. That'll be an error on Lester and put runners at first and second. Lester, normally a sure-handed infielder, but not able to grab that one. Frankie Delgado steps in with Frankie Sr. checking in earlier on Facebook, trying to get to everybody. Amy Travis wanting to bring that home again. Frankie does not square around a bunt, and that pitch sails by him, nearly hits him. Delgado from Carson Newman University as well, second-year player for Full Count. He's wanting to hoist that trophy again. He will not square to bunt, and that pitch is on the outside corner. Frankie has to chat with a man that will stand behind him for half this ball game. Tries to do it in a pleasant way, but I'm sure he did not agree with that. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 on, nobody out. And a breaking pitch, that's going to be a call to strike. Rhythm scored 2 in the top of the first. Henry Jackson single into center field. Drew Robertson with an infield single. Sacrifice bunt moved him to second and third. A ground out and a wild pitch scored the Rhythm's first 2 runs of the game. Breaking pitch, and Frankie is rung up. A high breaking pitch. First strikeout for Holton Compton. First out here in the second. That will bring up young Brett Weringer from Monroe, New Jersey, heading to the Washington, D.C. area. Georgetown University. See if he can get him a big knock right here. Nice block by Charlie Reif as that breaking pitch lands in the dirt. Got a little bit of rain, they said here, but actually it just rained a long time, I think. It just didn't rain much. And this field could have taken a lot more water, I think, but didn't have any more the rest of the night, I guess. Maybe past midnight. That's a fister that will get over to first base. Morse will snag that one and step on the base. Basically like a sacrifice. The problem is it's out number 2. So Henry Jackson will step in with runners at second and third. So a big 2-out RBI opportunity for the young man from Waxhaw, North Carolina, who's headed to William and Mary after 4 years at Carson Newman. He's going to go up to William and Mary, play some baseball, get a graduate degree. Nice little breeze rolling in with the sun on my back now. Henry nearly takes a breaking pitch on the back. Jan Bose, I believe, is hosting the Jackson family. And a fastball at the knees in there for a called strike. The Boses, part of that Carson Newman crowd. Had some great, great young men from that university. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch. Breaking pitch misses outside. Henry, a second-year player. Number 1-5, he's a fan favorite, folks. There isn't any question. Especially the young girls. I hope his girlfriend, Rebecca, who's teaching in Sumner County now, doesn't get jealous. 3 balls, 1 strike to Henry, the formerly known as Eagle Jackson. He has scored 9 runs here in the postseason, which is tops for the team. Oh, Henry. Oh, Henry looked at a fastball. Looked like a hittable fastball. Well, another full count. Brought to you by our host home families. Todd and Beth Cox, Jimmy and Linda Edwards, John and Christina Evener. All had players in their house for 2 months. Breaking pitch is lifted out to center field. Nathan Brewer is under it, and he'll make the catch for out number 3. And that will end the second for full count. No runs. There wasn't even a hit. 2 runners left on base because of the walk and the error. And they threw 1.5, 2-0. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram knocks it out of the park with Nashville's best selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, all new vehicles come with a Rhythm exclusive lifetime warranty. Unlimited time, unlimited miles, no additional charge. That's a home run. Find your new Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram in Madison, just 10 minutes north of Nashville.
If you've got a dream, then we've got you covered. Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram is like no other.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Championship game here at Henderson, Kentucky. Rhythm trying to end this third round, the championship round today, after defeating the Flash 6-4 on Friday night, a rain out in yesterday's ball game, and trying to get that trophy back into Hendersonville, Tennessee, as a fastball comes in high to Logan Lacey from Harding University, third baseman. He and Colin Helms come from Harding University. That one's popped up in the infield. Henry Jackson comes charging in, and then he'll have to back up a few steps and make the catch for out number 1. That was high into the air. The sun to my back. Not a problem, apparently, for Henry Jackson there. Nathan Brewer steps up, the center fielder. He's from Middle Tennessee State University. These two are teammates. Jackson Underwood pitching to Brewer. Brewer swings through a fastball. Met his dad, Nathan's dad, the other day, Mudcat Brewer. He pops that one off the screen here in front of the cameras. Came up into the press box. I would assume he's listening in. He could be listening into our broadcast, maybe listening into the Flash broadcast. Count goes 0-2. Underwood delivers just down low. One ball, 2 strikes. Brewer hitting .250 in the playoffs. He's played in all 6 games. 5 hits and 20 official at-bats. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. He has 1 home run. It was a big one. It was a grand slam against the Louisville Jockeys. I believe that was in the 11-1 game, and he hits one into the hole. Levi Perrell snags and throws to first. What a play. Brewer runs well, and Levi Perrell made an ESPN quality play, backhanded it, stepped 1 step into the grass in the outfield, and fired on the money to Henry Jackson at first base. Put a star by that one, a gold star. What a play by Levi Perrell. No offense to Jacob Lester, but I haven't seen a shortstop make anything better, and that's a slow ground ball. Josh Seiler will throw over to first base, and Caleb Niehaus is deemed to have beat that one out. Slowly hit ground ball to Seiler at third base, and that umpire made that call quickly. That's one of those bang bangs, so it's got to be a infield single. As I said earlier, Seiler has not played third base in a while. Maybe he could have charged that one a little bit, but it was a broken bat, ground ball. And the Flash have their first base runner of the ball game. Swing and a miss by Brady Morse. Trevor Barnes checking in. Mimi. That ball's in the dirt, and that will get by Frankie. And Niehaus will move on down to second base. On the wild pitch, 5th wild pitch of the year by Jackson Underwood. Morse, one of 2 Bellarmine players here in the lineup. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. Luke Scales and Brady Morse. Actually, there's 3. Charlie Reif, the catcher, is also from Bellarmine. Last year's pitching coach for the Full Count Rhythm, Ross Spurgeon, is their pitching coach up there at Bellarmine. 1-2 pitch. Breaking pitch is called strike 3. And Underwood pitches out of it. 2 strikeouts to end each of the first 2 innings, both backward Ks. And we are through 2. The Rhythm lead 2-0. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Whatever your destination in life, you can get there easier with a checking account from F&M Bank. At F&M, our checking accounts give you the tools you need to manage your money well, like our smart free checking account that's actually free, because sometimes the basics are more than enough. Making lives better by making banking easier. Come see us at one of our branches or online at myfmbank.com. F&M Bank. Banking made easy. On purpose. Member FDIC.
Slim Chickens makes it easy to feed your hungry crowd. Fresh hand-breaded tenders, perfectly fried wings, and all the southern sides made fresh for you. It's easy. Just order on the Slim's app or website and leave everything to us. You can get it delivered right to your door. Any party, any size. Slim's has your crowd covered. Download the Slim Chickens app to order and earn rewards.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Tim Reese back on the Full Count Broadcast Network in Henderson, Kentucky. Championship ball game here, and chance for the Rhythm to claim their second OVL championship in a row. Send Drew Robertson, Levi Perrell, and Jackson Cothran to face Holton Compton, who's on for his 3rd inning of work. Robertson had an infield single. That is a 55-footer right there. Robertson had just basically put the bat out there and hit one to the left of Logan Lacey at third base. Hit off of his glove and bounced over to the shortstop. Fouls that one straight back at you. Zach Williams, it's a good thing I didn't have that camera put up. That's about the spot I would have attached that camera to the netting. Robertson from Catawba College swings at that pitch in the dirt. That's the one you want to swing at when it's 2 strikes. There we have it. Let's see if we can get to the top of the 3rd. There we go. Now we're working. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outs are correct, and there's nobody on base. 1-2 pitch from Compton. Fouled at the plate. Two in the first. The Rhythm scored. Now makes all 7 games in the playoffs that Full Count has scored first in the ball game, even the 12-7 loss to the Paducah Chiefs. 1-2 pitch is drilled into center field. That'll be a leadoff base hit. That was off speed. I mean, it looked like Compton took more off of that than he had of any other pitch. I assume that was a changeup. And Drew Robertson had a Thomas E. Hawk kind of a swing toward that one. So third inning in a row that the Rhythm have had the leadoff batter on. Had 2 on in the first and scored both of them. Had 2 on in the second and stranded both of those runners. Another throw over to first base, and Robertson, who is a threat to go, will get back feet first. Levi Perrell had a beautiful sacrifice bunt in the first to move Jackson and Robertson over. Runners going, pitch is taken, throw down to second base is not in time. Drew steals that one. So Drew, Catawba teammate to Levi Perrell, standing at second base. 4 Catawba Indians on the squad. Drew Robertson, Levi Perrell, Marshall Raper, and Zeb Burns. Used to have Griffin Shelton. I wonder if Griffin's listening into this ball game. Surely Griffin is. What if I missed something from him earlier? Mata Delgado rooting for the Rhythm, says, let's go, boys. And count goes 2 balls and no strikes to Perrell. That's where he was when he had the sacrifice bunt. Roger Manis, Sam Slaughter's uncle, watching. I believe he's down in Nashville. Another pitch in the dirt, blocked by Reif, and Robertson will stay put. Compton is 3-0 to Levi Perrell with Jackson Cothran standing on deck. Barton Lewis checking in from the DuBois County Bombers. He's one of the young generation that has taken over majority control. There's a 3-0 pitch right down the can of the DuBois County Bombers. Had a nice visit with him when we were up there earlier this year. What a well-run organization, the DuBois County Bombers. As I said earlier, this is the first time that they have not been in the championship round. That's a ground ball to the right side. That'll do the job. Perrell might even beat it out. And he is called out. A 3-man crew. Works like a sacrifice bunt. Great job going the other way as Drew Robertson moves to third base. Did the research earlier. The DuBois County Bombers came into the league in 2015, won the championship that year. I think there were 5 teams, maybe 6 teams in the league that year. They defeated the Madisonville, I believe they were called the Miners at that time, 2-1 in 2015. That's a fisted shot over the drawn-in infield. Jackson Cothran living right. He gets an RBI single. Give the Rhythm a 3-0 lead. The infield was drawn in, and he got just enough of that. That's the 4th hit for the Rhythm and the 3rd run. And out of the dugout will come what appears to be the pitching coach. Looks like we're going to have a pitching change. So we'll take a break along with them. They'll be right back to tell you who the new pitcher is after this short break. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Hill Brothers called the bullpen for the Henderson Flash, number 30, Brandon Hunsaker is how they pronounce it, from Saginaw Valley State University. He's from Almont, Michigan. Comes on in relief of Holton Compton. And he will come in with a run in, a runner on, and 1 out here in the top of the 3rd inning. Hunsaker has appeared twice already in the playoffs, all in relief. 6 2/3 innings, giving up 1 hit, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. Opponents only hitting .048. Of course, 1 hit will give you that kind of a batting average. So he has pitched last on July 26, went 4 innings. Just 4 days ago, that would have been against the Louisville Jockeys. He has pitched earlier against the Rhythm. I can't remember now what game that was, but I believe he made a start right here in Henderson. Of course, all the games in the regular season were played right here. The 3 regular season games, doubleheader back on the 16th of June, 5-4 win by full count and a 5-1 win by full count. Then a month later, a little less than a month later, back on July 8th, the Rhythm returned to Henderson, defeated the Flash 7-4. And then just 2 days ago, won game 4 of the year, which was the first game of the championship round, 6-4. All time, the Rhythm are 7-3 against the Flash, 4-0 this year. Sam Slaughter will step in as the first batter to face Brandon Hunsaker. Slaughter looks at the first pitch down low. Slaughter hit the walk-off home run against the Paducah Chiefs. 2-1 win. Back a few days ago, I believe that was last Wednesday. First pitch that he saw, hit it over the right field fence to send the Rhythm into the championship round for the 3rd year in a row. Full count trying to begin a legacy like the DuBois County Bombers has laid here in the OVL. 3 balls and no strikes to Sammy, base on balls, Slaughter. And there he is. Ball 4 to Slaughter, puts runners at first and second. First batter that Hunsaker faces. 4-pitch walk put Josh Seiler to the plate with 1 out and 2 on. Seiler walked to begin the 2nd inning. Robin Benjamin watching with Graham down there in North Carolina. Breaking pitch missed somewhere. Hunsaker will ask where it missed, and the home plate umpire is not even looking at him. 1-0. That's in the dirt, and it gets by Charlie Reif. Both runners will move up. And with 1 out, 2 runners in scoring position. You see Josh Seiler's wearing the number 6 today. For those of you just joining us, that's Walker Strange's number. Josh apparently could not find his baby blue jersey. I would assume he stays in his own apartment, doesn't have a host home. It's from Maryville, Tennessee. Fastball misses outside, and the count goes 3 balls and no strikes to Josh Seiler. 6'4" third baseman from Trevecca Nazarene University. Got 4 on the roster from Trevecca as well. 3-0 pitch is right down the can for the first strike after 7 straight balls. And once again, the infield is playing in this win or stay home ball game for the Henderson Flash. Rhythm have a 1-0 lead in the championship round, best of 3. And that ball's low, and a second walk by Hunsaker. Second time that Seiler has drawn a base on balls. Now the bases are loaded. And Reese Holbrook steps to the plate. Infield will, well, the middle infield will move back to double play depth. The corner infielders will stay in. Holbrook reached on an error. He had a tailor-made double play ball right up the middle that Jacob Lester bobbled and could not glove. Pops that one up. That will be playable in shallow left field, or just in the outfield grass, as Reese Holbrook swings at the first pitch he sees and pops out for out number 2, and it'll take a 2-out RBI or wild pitch to get a run in, another run in here. The Rhythm already have one here in the inning. Frankie struck out looking with the runners at first and second in the second inning. Sunshine, a problem for the right fielder. Frankie will look at a pitch on the knees, called strike. Steve Barrios checking in. My favorite used car salesman. He's rooting for Brett Waringer. Ball 1 strike, 2 outs, bases loaded. Frankie turns away. Not sure where that pitch missed. I'm not right behind home plate, so I don't have that type of vision. He's turning away from a pitch I didn't think got close to him. But he's now looking at a 3-ball, 1 strike pitch. That's the one thing you walk up there and swing at the first pitch like Reese Holbrook did. It's after you've got a guy who's just walked 2 straight guys, you might be thinking, yeah, he's going to groove one, and maybe it was a pitch that he just missed, as Frankie just missed that one. But I guess I was way more conservative. I don't think in my college career I ever swung at a first pitch. I don't recommend that, but for me it ended up working, and we'll have a Full Count Ministries full count. Mike and Andrea Kelly, Robbie and Kim DeMarini also are host homes. That one's lifted out to left field, and that will be caught for out number 3. The Rhythm do score 1 run. There's a couple of hits. 3 runners left on base. We are through 2.5. The Rhythm lead 3-0. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Corson Fire and Security first opened for business in 1946. From the very beginning, we understood something important. We're not just protecting buildings. We're protecting the dreams that built them. We're protecting the lives unfolding inside them. Fire extinguishers, sprinkler systems, and security products are the tools of our trade, but people are the inspiration behind it. For 7 decades, we've never forgotten that. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
We're back in Henderson, Kentucky. The Rhythm have a 3-0 lead here in the championship game for the Rhythm. The Flash, of course, have to win today and then come to Driggs Creek in Hendersonville tomorrow and defeat the Rhythm. So they have to win back-to-back games. Full Count hadn't lost back-to-back games in a while. Had a 14-game winning streak early in the year. Of course, the Henderson Flash had a 11-game winning streak. First pitch from Jackson Underwood to Charlie Reif. Misses inside. Reif from Bellarmine up in Louisville, Kentucky. Fastball misses up. Underwood only given up 1 infield single so far. Rife, 6 foot, 205 pounds, now looking at a 3-0 count. He's from Waldron, Indiana. Underwood looking to split the plate here, and he does for strike one. 3 balls and a strike. On deck, Carl Lawson, the number 9 hitter. Rhythm probably trying to get 4 innings or so out of Jackson Underwood as Rife fouls that one off and brings us to a full count. Frankie Delgado staying in the host home of Bill and Cindy Milligan for the 2nd year in a row, he and Henry Jackson. Swing and a miss, and the bat goes over the Rhythm dugout. As Underwood comes all the way back. What a great pitch that was to Charlie Rife. Carl Lawson will step in from Willamette University in Oregon. I believe it's Oregon. It's in the Northwest, Oregon or Washington. Let's see if I've got that written down somewhere. Underwood working quickly. That one's fouled again off of the screen. Chandler Phelps checking in. He's watching, knows quite a few of these guys, the mentor for a couple of them. Scott Slaughter watching with Yachty. Don't know who Yachty is. Swing and a miss. And Underwood's now struck out the last 3 batters. Morse to end the 2nd, and Rife and Lawson to start the 3rd. And now Luke Scales, the best hitter in the playoffs so far for the Flash, steps in. I say that actually, Caleb Niehaus has a 500 batting average. He's got 9 hits. Luke Scales has 8. Hitting in that that leadoff spot. He has 2 RBIs, but has scored the most runs for Henderson, is 7 in the playoffs. Fouled over to the Rhythm dugout. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Underwood looking to have another 1-2-3 inning here. He got first 3 in the 1st and retired the first 2 batters in the 2nd before giving up Niehaus's infield single. And there's a pop-up that is down the left field line. It might be playable. It will stay in. It's that Levi Perrell that comes over and makes the catch for the 3rd out in foul territory. That guy can go anywhere. Levi Perrell, 2 big plays so far. And looks like the El Jefe has shown up, so we'll get to talk to the president of the Ohio Valley League when we return on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Score home run deals from your hometown dealer. Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We've got Nashville's best selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, every new vehicle comes with Rhythm's exclusive lifetime warranty. Unlimited time, unlimited miles at no additional charge. We've got great deals on deck, so step up to the plate. Find your new Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram at rhythmcdjr.com. Feel the rhythm, love the ride.
Hey, I've been thinking, bank fees can seem pretty cruel. Well, they did until I went to Volunteer State Bank. I found a bank with a local personalized service and free checking. Yeah, may I present to you Kasasa. Now, it's kind of like my checking account is paying me instead of the other way around. Visit one of our 11 locations or anywhere you have a phone. Real people, real solutions, right here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Brett Weringer will lead off to start the top of the 4th inning. First pitch to Weringer is out of the zone for ball one. Let's get ourselves set up here as he now takes a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. And we're going to welcome John Bruce, the Ohio Valley League president, to the microphone. John, how you doing?
Great, sir. How are you this evening?
I am hot
It's a
right
beautiful,
now.
beautiful night for baseball.
Yeah. Shadows on the field. Waringer fouls that one on a cue shot down to first base coach Tyler Sills, as Harrison Travis will handle third base duty. So I guess you have that piece of hardware in the, I don't know if you have a car, a truck.
In the truck.
What do you have? You got
It's
a
in the
truck?
car.
It's in the
It's
car.
in the car.
Okay. Just in case Waringer just got a piece of that one.
It'll either be tonight or tomorrow night.
You're going to get you're not going to hang on to it, are you?
I am not.
As you leave tomorrow, your last day,
Right.
And it's going to be your last day, Lord willing, right?
That's correct.
Last day as the president of the Ohio Valley League. It's been a friend of the Full Count Rhythm, no question. Waringer battling in there. Hit it again, Brett. As that ball bounced off the screen in the back. Came right back to Waringer. So, have a good Sunday so far?
It did. It was busy. I told you off air. I anticipated if we played on Sunday, it would be in a different place. But a little weather yesterday.
Yeah, we did.
Kind of got in the way of all that.
You blamed me, as a matter of fact. I recall.
Well, if you'd have brought a
If
bigger umbrella.
I didn't bring one. We're under a roof here, John.
Well, yeah, but I need a big umbrella.
Oh, you
a
needed
great
it.
big umbrella.
You didn't bring one, so I should have brought you one.
That's right. There you go.
Breaking pitch misses high.
It's a societal thing, you know.
You got to blame
you can't
somebody,
blame
right?
yourself.
That's
No,
right.
no one takes responsibility. You have to blame
That's
someone
right.
else.
Hunsaker in relief of Compton, and he gets Brett Waringer swinging. Waringer now 0 for 2 in the ball game, and that'll bring us to the top of the order, Henry Jackson. Hunsaker's first strikeout of the ball game. He came in and walked the first 2 batters and then retired the next 2 on pop out and a fly out. So nice little breeze coming off that river every once in a while.
Every once in a while. There was a really great breeze where I was before, standing in front of that fan.
Yeah. Did you have to keep walking with it left and right because it's oscillating?
No, I'd wait for it to come back. It was okay.
Okay, you're okay.
It wasn't that long.
Okay. You're that patient?
I'm patient. Yeah, I can be a patient man. And it's just a great night for baseball. What a way to play ball. After you compare this to what we went through last night, hanging around and delaying for heat, then here comes the storm.
Come on, Henry, we got ice. 3 balls and a strike to Henry Jackson. He's 1 for 2, singled and scored in the first, flew out in the second with runners at second and third. Looking to get on base here and pops that one up out of play to the right side. And we'll have a full count brought to you by the backbone of the OVL, the host home families.
There you go.
Greg and Kathleen Bender, they're hosting Jackson Cawthorn, and Bob and Mary McCall hosting Brett Waringer and formerly Nick Griffin. And Henry Jackson will get on base yet again with the third walk from Hunsaker.
If you're a camper at all, you understand what the long pole in the tent is. And host families are the long pole in the tent of the OVL.
That is correct.
So to all that are listening, thank you very much. We appreciate you taking these young men in for a couple of months and making them part of your family, because it really makes a difference for them and the folks. I told them before, but the lady who coordinated for me, she fully expected to get wedding invitations.
Yes.
To guys that didn't even have girlfriends at the time. And lo and behold, it has happened more than once.
Well, that's awesome.
But that's the kind of relationship they build. In just a couple of months, they become your son.
Right. Drew Robertson fouls that one off. AAA Autoglass foul ball. Dylan Doris, if you're listening in on your, well, they may be in the air or they're sitting down in the Miami airport. Dylan Doris, one of the owners of AAA Autoglass, is coming back from the 5th mission trip of Full Count Ministries down in Nicaragua. There's a smash into right field. Drew Robertson will get on. Henry Jackson will hold up at second base. Robertson has 3 hits now in the ball game. Infield single in the first, single into center field, and now a single into right field. Drew 3 for 3. The hits leader of the Ohio Valley League. He had 46 in the regular season. Now has 9. Tied with Jackson Cothran for the team lead. And runner at Henry Jackson at second base started to take off for third, but did not continue, and Levi Perrell looks at the strike. So the Rhythm with 2 runners on base for the 4th inning. Swing and a miss by Perrell, actually fouled that one into the mid. Trish Lamar, the Lamarbs are watching. Are y'all still in Knoxville? Dave and Trish Lamar, they've been host home families in the past. Who else has been on this list before is the Gettlefingers. Swing and a miss. Down goes Perrell on a breaking pitch that lands in the dirt. 2 strikeouts in the inning. And that brings up Jackson Cothran, who with a drawn-in infield hit a little flare into center field. It got down for an RBI. This young man headed to Ohio University here in a couple weeks after a 2-year career at Motlow State. He hits one that will get out into the grass, but Jacob Lester will handle that one without any problem. For the 3rd out, Rhythm cannot push across a run here after getting 2 base runners with 1 out. So we'll keep it right here as we are headed to the bottom of the 4th inning. Looks like they have a little game going on here to the right. The Flash have been in the league a little while here.
They have. This is their 6th or 7th year.
Anderson Flash came in 2017 after the Paducah Chiefs and the Muhlenberg County Stallions. I was noting earlier, John, you being a historian, the DuBois County Bombers.
Right.
DuBois County Bombers have not, this is the first year they're not in the final round, championship round. 2015, they won the championship.
Right.
Over Madisonville. Next year, you had 4 teams that were in it, but the weather got them, and DuBois County was one of those. 2017, they won it over Hoptown.
Right.
2018, they got beat by the Owensboro River Dogs 2-1. 2019, they got beat by the Hoptown Hoppers 2-0. COVID got us again in 2020, and then the Rhythm came in 21. DuBois County Bombers was in both of those 2.
Right.
And now here they are in 2023, and Barton Lewis already checked in on our broadcast. He's not happy for me to bring that up, I'm sure, but we sure enjoyed our series against the Bombers, even though we lost that first year.
Right.
But we're happy to come back and return the favor. Last year, as a year ago today, as a matter of fact, that Harrison Travis, one of our coaches now, hit the walk-off home run against the DuBois County Bombers. So the Rhythm have a chance to win here 365 days later, another championship.
Now there's a piece of trivia. but it's nice. You've got some teams that perform well year after year after year. And then there's the teams that have good years and bad years and good years and bad years. But that has to do with every year you start over, or predominantly the entire team is a start over. So it's all about recruiting. That's a big part of it, how you go out and get guys. But the big week is the first week when the chemistry comes along.
Swing and a miss. Underwood, 3 straight strikes, breaking pitches to Jacob Lester, and he will sit down. This is the 4th inning for Jackson Underwood. Gets his 5th strikeout. Colin Helms will step in.
And that breaking ball is very good.
He's got it going on, doesn't he? From
He does.
MTSU. That one's drilled out the left center field. I don't think anybody's going to get to that one.
Nope.
That will get to the wall as Drew Robertson will get it back in, and there's a one-out double by Colin Helms. This young man's just a good hitter from what I've seen. I believe this is the second year with the Flash. Let's see if that's, well, maybe not. I don't have him circled. They've got at least a couple guys that I know that were here last year.
Right.
Adam Weehee and Nick Coleman, at least are two back. The Rhythm had 10 players back on the original roster and then have gotten a couple more back as the year went on.
Oh, from last year?
From last year, 10, plus our two of our three coaches were former players.
10 may be the highest number I've heard. There's always a few guys who come back to the same team, but 10 is a pretty high number. We normally don't get that much.
We've got two that are back for year number 3. That center fielder, Drew Robertson's back for year number 3, and then a relief pitcher, Jackson Benjamin, is here for year number 3. It'll be their last years in the OVL.
Right. We've had a few of those along the way. Again, not any 3-year guys. But it has a lot to do with where they're coming from, what their summer is.
A line drive, that is, will get into right field. Runner had to hold up. Get the ball in, throw the ball. Come on, Sammy. Don't hold that thing out there. He's got the sun up in his eyes, he can't see. Well, just throw it to the cutoff man, Sam, and they'll deal with it.
Right.
Line drive by Logan Lacey as runners now at first and third. Underwood not fooling Helms or Lacey here, and Nathan Brewer will step in.
So this is their first threat, first to third, right?
First
of the game.
First time to have two runners on base.
Okay.
Queen Love is rooting for the Rhythm. There's a line drive right at Josh Seiler, and he not able to make the catch as he might have lost that right in the sun. I'm not sure. He had a glove on it, and then it got by him. Levi Perrell able to pick that one up, so we'll see how that one's scored, but I got to believe that's a single. And runners now at first and second, a bit of tough luck right there.
Yeah, because his feet are in the shade and his face is in the sun, so it's right there.
The sun is to his right, but I know I've been here before where a ground ball was lost in the sun. Big lead out there at second base with Caleb Niehaus at the plate. And an infield single in the second inning. That is scored a base hit, so 3 straight base hits for the Flash, and they can score a bunch on you in a hurry.
Yes, they can. You're right.
Ground ball foul down the third base line.
Yeah, a 2-run lead, and this game between these two teams is not much of a lead.
Can't see the Rhythm bullpen down there, but I'm sure there's somebody getting loose. 0-2 count right here, and Underwood could use another strikeout. Checks the runner at second, and the breaking pitch is drilled into center field. That'll probably get down, and it will. Drew Robertson will handle it, get it back into Warringer at second base, and 4 straight hits. Guess I could have put that runner there at second base, and the bases are loaded. Niehaus, enough of it, or a little bit enough of it, to get that one to drop right in front of Drew Robertson.
And we have a pitcher visit.
Well, Tyler Sills, former pitcher at Trevecca Nazarene and Lipscomb University. He's been at 2 different colleges since he's been here. The son of Alan and Sean Sills, out to talk to Jackson Underwood, probably just to see about settling him down and maybe giving whoever's warming up in the bullpen a little bit of time. But Brady Morse, the 7-hole hitter who struck out looking, will step in with the bases loaded and 1 run in here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The first real rally For the Flash, prior to this, they'd only had one batter reach base, and that was Niehaus, who's now 2 for 2.
Well, is your partner Zach still nervous as the people behind us, or
nervous as in
anticipation?
Waiting for a baby to come?
Yes.
I don't know that he's nervous, honestly.
Okay. All right.
He's expected. There's a ground ball, could be 2. That'll hop up to Perrell, over to second, on to first base, and they'll only get 1 out of that, and the Rhythm will give up another run on the RBI fielder's choice by Brady Morse. That ball hopped up on Perrell. He didn't get a clean catch of that one. Was able to get it over to Weringer for out number 2. Runners now at first and third. 2 outs, and Charlie Rife steps to the plate. He was part of that 3 strikeouts in a row. Underwood did his job as Delgado does his job right there and smothers that ball at the plate. Rife, one of the 3 Bellarmine Knights in the starting lineup. Another backhand pick by Delgado. Count goes 2-0. Carl Lawson, the number 9 hitter, on deck. John, you got a vacation scheduled in August?
No, I do not. I got one out of town trip, no vacation.
Throw down to first base, pitch called a ball.
Because next Friday night, or this Friday night, the 4th, is my first football scrimmage.
You are an official?
Yes, I've been a referee.
Are you a white hat or what?
I've been a white hat for 25 years now.
A white hat?
This will be my 25th season.
3-0 pitch right down the can. White hat to go with that white hair.
There you go.
So you do high school in, is it Christian County?
Yes, all of.
Or all over?
But mostly in the second, what's called the second region in high school.
3-1 pitch, fouled off to the right side.
But yeah, enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. Stay connected to the game. You know, I get to go out. I've got some friends that I've been officiating with now for 20-some years. So we go and have a pretty good time doing it. We're always looking for young guys who are interested.
Full count pitch is driven down the left field line. It will go foul. And our first full count, first pitch foul ball. 1 for 3 tonight. Came in 48% on the year.
Okay.
We're now officially, or unofficially, 105 for 220. If you want to do the math. It's going to be right at 47.5%.
Right.
And the full count pitch. That will stay inside. And bases are loaded yet again. First walk by Jackson Underwood. Let's see if Josh Carman gives Underwood the opportunity to get Carl Lawson out.
Looks like he is.
Nana from Naperville checking in. Nana, game time was 6 p.m. There's a fastball, catches the knees on the outside corner. Lawson 2 for 10 in the playoffs, playing in game number 4. Swing and a miss on a pitch down. Jackson Underwood is ahead in the count, 0-2. Carl Lawson a long way from home. Whittier, California. Goes to Willamette University. 0-2 pitch. Grounded up the middle. Brett Weringer will glove and flip to Levi Perrell for the third out. But the Flash score 2 to get back in the ball game on 4 straight hits. There were no errors. 3 runners left on base. We'll take a break, give John a chance to get a sip of water. We'll be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Whatever your destination in life, you can get there easier with a checking account from F&M Bank. At F&M, our checking accounts give you the tools you need to manage your money well, like our smart free checking account that's actually free. Because sometimes the basics are more than enough. Making lives better by making banking easier. Come see us at one of our branches or online at myfmbank.com. F&M Bank. Banking made easy. On purpose. Member FDIC.
Slim Chickens makes it easy to feed your hungry crowd. Fresh hand-breaded tenders, perfectly fried wings, and all the southern sides made fresh for you. It's easy. Just order on the Slim's app or website and leave everything to us. You can get it delivered right to your door. Any party, any size. Slim's has your crowd covered. Download the Slim Chickens app to order and earn rewards.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Tim Reese back in Henderson, where the Flash have a Hemphill brothers call to the bullpen. Their third pitcher of the ball game, right-hander Lucas Quezada from Lee University, hometown in Denver, Colorado. He is on in relief of Brandon Hunsaker, who was on in relief of Holton Compton. So he will face 5, 6, and 7 in the Rhythm lineup. Hunsaker goes 1 2/3 innings, gives up a hit, no runs, did walk 3, walked that tightrope, did strike out 2 batters, and kept it close as Henderson is now back in the ball game with 2 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning. Get back into this ball game as we move to the top of the 5th, joined by league president John Bruce, who is in his second to last day on his big multi-million-dollar contract that he signed to extend 1 more year. A year ago, he was trying to get rid of this job. John, like a hair in a biscuit, you're staying in, aren't you?
I hung right in there for a while.
Sam Slaughter looks at a pitch and gets by Charlie Reif from Quezada.
Well, you know, Zach was jokingly accepting the job, you know, last time I visited with you guys. So now maybe I offer it to you.
I don't think so, John. I think I've got things to do.
Yeah, it's a relaxed atmosphere for 10 months, and then and then 2 months of just high speed.
Probably wouldn't go well with my broadcasting as Sam swings at ball 3. A breaking pitch in the dirt.
Well, that's true.
Probably wouldn't go well with.
It wouldn't. There would be some folks who might take exception to that.
Yeah. 2-1 pitch. There's missed somewhere.
As you can be what's called a partisan.
I might be, even if I try not to be.
Yeah.
Popped up a mile
Wow.
in the air. That is a home run in the phone booth. Let's see if he's not going to be able to. Whoa.
Wow.
Morse at the last second had to lunge back for that one.
That ball was
Sam
way
Slaughter.
up there.
That may have been the highest pop-up I've seen all summer. Josh Seiler will step in. He has 2 walks.
I'm not saying it was that high, but that is a lighted tower. It's 250 feet tall. Got to be to have a light on.
Oh, well, that.
So I'm not sure it's that high. But
It was way higher than that pole right there.
Whoa,
way
yeah.
higher than that.
Oh, if it had been night, it had been way above the lights. That would have made it a challenge.
Seiler looking at 0-2 pitch now. Quezada, 3 balls to Sam Slaughter, but he's gotten ahead of Seiler here.
I just love to watch. The level of competition's come along so that if you walk people, if you make an error.
That's a ground ball to third. Lacey backs up, makes the grab, throws over to the diamond. He gets Seiler for out number 2. These are the 2 best fielding teams in the league as in the regular season. And I'm telling you, it's saying something if you're the best fielding team if you play half your games on this field.
Correct, sir.
Because you can see the undulations in this field.
Well, you can, and as we already witnessed, the shadow has an effect here.
They don't normally play their games at 6 o'clock, so that's normally. I guess they normally play at 6:30, don't they?
6:30.
They do. So we're coming up on 7:30 here as Reese Holbrook swings at the first pitch and looks at ball 1.
So the first 4 innings are when the shadows are moving across.
He will square around the bunt, and that one will be foul. Reif picks that one up in the right-handed batter's box, and Reese Holbrook pretty happy about that one. He wasn't 10 feet out of the box when Reif got that one in his glove. Holbrook reached on an error in the second inning, popped out to the shortstop in the third. 2 outs, nobody on here in the top of the 5th inning. That's fouled off the screen. After Zach Williams made a suggestion that I attach one of those cameras on the inside of this netting to get so where it doesn't focus right on the netting.
Right.
We've had more foul balls off the netting. Swing and a miss. Down goes Holbrook for out number 3. We'll keep it right here. So, John, tell the folks again once you complete your time here in the Ohio Valley League, what you're going on to do.
Well, last November I was elected to be a magistrate in Christian County, Kentucky. Depending on where you're from, it's magistrate or commissioner for the county. And so I've been doing that since January, which is why I knew it was a possibility. It became more of a possibility than a reality last November. And then it was time for someone else to take this over. And it's also been, this is my 5th year. It's time. It's just time for somebody else to bring some new ideas and new energy and press on. Make the league a little better than it has been in the past. I know it's improved since I count here 9 years ago. I spent 4 years as a GM for a team. I admire folks who can stay and do the same job and continue to do process improvement with it, for 10, 20, 25 years at a time. I've not been that guy. I'm the guy who comes in, I work 4 or 5 years, and then it's time for me to go do something else. And I've kind of played that game all the way through my career, if you will, all the way back to flying airplanes.
That's one of your hobbies, right?
Well, the Air Force allowed me to do that and develop a hobby, I guess you'd say.
You flew planes in the Air Force to this? Mm-hmm. Okay, I didn't know you actually flew planes in the Air Force. I thought you just were in the Air Force.
No, typically, most of my time comes out of B-52s. And then and even though that flying time, then you become an instructor and all that kind of stuff. And then later on in life, I became what's called a wing weapons officer. And that's a guy who's picking targets and finding weapons and tactics and all that kind of stuff that you do. And that and $2 will get you a cup of coffee at McDonald's. But I do from there. I've had other jobs since I left the service. But I'm a bit of an enigma in that, I flew airplanes, but I've also worked with the Army, with the 101st down at Fort Campbell, which is what got me to Western Kentucky. Line drive to the second baseman.
Line out to Brett Wieringer by Luke Scales as we had a Hemphill Brothers call to the bullpen. Jack Thompson from Virginia Military Institute is on in relief of Jackson Underwood. Thompson, 6 foot, 185-pound senior from Reston, Virginia. Son of Gene and Maureen Thompson on in relief. There's a line drive into center field that will one hop to Drew Robertson and a one-out single by Jacob Lester here in the bottom of the 5th. He's now 1 for 3. Colin Helms will step to the plate. Three to 2 lead Full Count has here. We play in the bottom of the 5th inning. Halfway home Thompson wanted that call. Delgado held it there. Jack Thompson, one of those second-year players for full count. Delgado at behind the plate. Henry Jackson at first. Levi Perrell at short. Center fielder Drew Robertson on for year 3. Sam Slaughter back for his second year. He had one in between. He played with the Franklin Duelers last year, so been in the OVL.
Third year in the league.
3 year.
Okay.
3-0 pitch from Thompson. Will miss outside, and 2 runners now on base. Logan Lacey, who's 1 for 2, will step in. Jackson Underwood went 4 innings, gave up 5 hits, 2 runs that were earned, walked 1, struck out 5 as he gives way to Jack Don't Call Me Armstrong Thompson. Breaking pitch. Missed somewhere, maybe outside. Jack having a little trouble finding the plate here as he comes in the ball game. Thompson on for his 3rd appearance in the playoffs. 2 innings. Had not surrendered a hit. That was a little low. That's one when you can't find the plate, you want that call.
You betcha.
He had only not given up a hit or a walk till now, his 3rd appearance. There's a breaking pitch that gets in there. You know, a guy feels pretty good about his breaking pitch when he throws it 3-0. See if he throws it again right here. Pirouette to second base as Lester had a bit of a lead.
You're right, 3-0 breaking pitch, that's kind of your go-to.
Another one, same result.
I guess it is.
Now the question is, will he throw it 3 times in a row? He's got a nice comeback fastball, and he won't. He'll throw a breaking pitch. That ball's hit well. The center for left center field. Drew Robertson makes the over-the-shoulder catch. He'll throw to second base. Nice play by Drew as Logan Lacey gave that one a ride, but just not enough to get it out of here. And Lester will move up to 3rd on the flyout. Yeah, runners now at the corners.
He wanted that little river breeze you were talking about.
Yeah.
Because there is not one now, that's for sure.
Nathan Brewer steps to the plate, the son of Mudcat Brewer. Fouls that one off to the left side. AAA autoglass foul ball.
Okay, Mudcat Brewer, that sounds like there's a story there.
He's in the Hall of Fame at MTSU.
Okay.
That's where Nathan Brewer also plays, from Eagleville High School, and he hits a line drive that will tie this ball game up. Base hit into center field. Nathan Brewer comes through with a 2-out RBI. And we are all tied up 3-3 in this championship ball game. The Rhythm thought they were just going to walk in a park here at Park Field. They got another thing coming, don't they?
Oh, absolutely. These teams played well all year.
Niehaus, who's 2 for 2 and having a fantastic.
The 2 division winners in the championships.
Right.
So you'd think it's just a recipe for the kind of games we're having here. The 2 semifinals both went 3 games each. I'm a happy camper here.
Swing and a miss, throw down to first base. Henry Jackson over to get that throw from Frankie Delgado, who's trying to Delgado him. The Quattrochis listening from Hickson / Saudi Daisy, East Tennessee. Jack Thompson now in danger of walking his second batter. He's given up 2 hits here in the inning. Leadoff single by Jacob Lester. Actually, not a leadoff, a 1-out. And that will load the bases. Niehaus will get on for his 3rd time, and Frankie Delgado will go out to talk to Jack Thompson. Delgado punches Jack Thompson in the chest and says, "Let's go."
Okay.
I haven't seen that before, I'll tell you that.
That's my very first college game that I umpired, long time ago. The catcher was a senior, and I'll tell you that story as we go along here.
Brady Morris pulls away from that Jack Thompson breaking pitch. It's called a strike.
About the fourth or fifth pitch we have, the catcher set up inside. He dives out to catch it.
Pop up in the infield. This should end it. Brett Waringer will make the one-handed catch for the third out. Go ahead, John.
He has to dive out, to catch the ball. He looks at me and says, "Time." Trots out to the mound, comes back, and as he's stepping across the plate, he looks me right in the eye and goes, "That won't happen again." And it didn't. That's when I thought, I am in a whole new level of pitching here.
We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Tim Reese back in Henderson, Kentucky, where the Flash have tied this ball game up with a run in the bottom of the fifth inning. It's now 3-3. Rhythm shot out to a 3-0 lead in the first three innings, and the Flash have scored 3 in the last 2 to get back even with the Rhythm as the dizzy bat race was going on here down the first base line. Just right there at the edge of your viewing area. Visiting with John Bruce, the president of the Ohio Valley League, for another day and a few hours. He is either going to be handing out that championship trophy tonight to the Full Count Rhythm, or he's going to hand it out to
the winner tomorrow.
The winner of the game tomorrow, John. And that will be your last official act as the Ohio Valley League president. Changeup in there to Frankie Delgado for a called strike.
I guess the last official act probably be putting the agenda together for the annual meeting. Somebody's got to do that till they
popped up out of play. AAA autoglass foul ball.
Till they elect a new president.
So the annual meeting is August.
Third Saturday in August.
Third Saturday. I need to write that down.
19th, I think.
I want to see if I can go to that. That ball will come right over this way after hitting Frankie Delgado, and that'll be the easiest hit by pitch anybody will ever have. First batter struck by a pitch today. Delgado leads off. It's now 5 out of 6 innings as Brett Waringer will lay one down. Beautiful bunt. They're not going to get him. Throw to first base, and Waringer beats that one out. Wow. That bunt right down the third base line. He was trying to sacrifice Delgado over, and instead gets a bunt base hit. He's now 1 for 3 and puts runners at first and second. And the leadoff batter, Henry Jackson, steps to the plate. Curious to see if Henry Jackson will do the same thing here. He might be, as first baseman Brady Morris is in at first, expecting a Henry Jackson bunt. He does square. There's a breaking pitch that he fouls to the screen. Henry's parents right behind you, John, from Waxhaw, North Carolina. You ever heard of Waxhaw?
I have not.
It's near Charlotte.
Okay.
Been a Carson Newman Eagle for 4 years.
Got it there.
He will square to bunt again and let that one go back. Second-year player with Full Count, and he is a fan favorite no doubt. One very personable young man, went on the very first full count mission trip to Nicaragua this year. He and Tyler Cruz, who formerly played with the Henderson Flash a couple of years ago, went down there. Tyler's dad, Jeff, Pastor. There's a bunt down the third base line. Off the mound is Quesada, and he'll throw a strike over to first base, and Henry Jackson is retired. And he does the job, moves both runners over into scoring position. Second sack bunt of the ball game by a Rhythm player.
That bunt was good and did what it's supposed to do. It wasn't as good as the other one that he rolled out there.
I can tell you, Henry was trying to get a hit there. There ain't any question about it. They're going to intentionally walk Drew Robertson, who's 3 for 3 and was the hits leader. They don't want him to get his 4th hit of the ball game and drive in 2 runs, so an intentional walk. And that sets up the double play, but Levi Perrell, he can scoot. Be tough to double him, but he swings over the first pitch and misses. Drew Robertson and Levi Perrell, back-to-back Catawba Indians here. Levi Perrell in the best fielding shortstop, and now he's hitting in the 3-hole. Look at a breaking pitch that missed somewhere. Maybe outside.
Probably outside.
1 ball, 1 strike, and a big, big moment here in this ball game with the bases loaded and 1 out. Levi Perrell, Jackson Cothran on deck, hoping to get an at-bat with some runners on base, unless Levi drives them in. And he won't get a chance on that breaking pitch. Nice stop by catcher Charlie Reif. Henderson Flash had a 3.99 ERA in the regular season, and they have dialed that down by a run here in the postseason. Comes into tonight's game at a 2.82 ERA. That's even better than the Rhythm's 3 ERA. That's a smash down the third base line, but it will go foul. Count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Rhythm shortstop, Perrell, who has a sac bunt, grounded out and struck out, looking for a hit here with the bases loaded. Levi hitting .318 here in the postseason and has 6 RBIs, which leads the club. Another pitch down in the dirt. Nice eye by Perrell. We'll have a full count brought to you by, let's see who his host home is. We can find that real quick. He is, I believe, staying at the Robertsons. Yes, Andrew and Autumn Robertson. I think he's staying over there with Marshall Raper, one of his former teammates at Catawba. Full count pitch. That's a nubber to first base. That'll glance off the glove of Brady Morse, and everybody will be safe, and the Rhythm take the lead back on what probably will be an error on Brady Morse. But that ball had some spin, John. Did you see that off the end of the bat?
Yes, sir.
That was spinning and spinning.
It had more rotation leaving the bat than it came in on.
That should be an RBI to Levi Perrell, as the run was going to come in. Frankie Delgado scores.
And they did score an error.
E3, second error of the ball game for the Flash, and now Jackson Cothran steps in. He's 1 for 3, swings at a first pitch and comes up empty. Lucas Quezada, the third pitcher, on for the Flash, trying to pitch around now with, I got 1 out, or 2 outs up there, and I just made everybody out. Let's see if I can get out of that one. That's hit out to right field. This should score a run, and the out is made. Throw coming to the plate. It's a good one, and just sliding in there is Brett Waringer. The ball gets away from the catcher, and first baseman Brady Morris tries to glove that one over to the catcher. 2 runs will score. So a sacrifice fly by Jackson Cothran as Waringer scores. But the hustling Drew Robertson comes in on the error on the throw. It should be an error, I would assume, on the right fielder on that throw. On the play, Levi Perrell moves over to third base. And now there's 2 outs. Two more runs come in. The Rhythm now leads 6-3.
And a visit to the mound.
Yeah, that was some chaos right there, John.
There was a lot of chaos right there.
Now's when I need my intern to be handling that scoreboard while I hand him my score sheet. And that will end the ball game for Lucas Quezada. Not a whole lot he could do right there, but he ran into a little bit of bad luck right there. Let's see who if they give an error. Should be an error to score. Drew Robertson. They're saying that's going to go on the throw. I'm giving that an error. That should be a third error up there. I don't know who's official scored tonight's game, but they did not give an error on that as that ball goes through. You got to give an error to somebody. It's a tough luck error, but you got to give an error to somebody for that next guy to come around. You can't let 2 runs score on a fly ball. But
this is the fun of putting scorekeepers in the same room together and show them a play.
That's true. That's true. This has got to be Logan Haslam right here, though. We haven't seen him in a while, and I believe he's the best pitcher in the Flash stable. He's pitched earlier in the year, and I've watched him and his stats, and he could bring it. Haslam, a big, tall right-hander. I believe he's out of Willamette as well. He is from San Ramon, California. He is on for his 3rd appearance, all in relief. Only thrown 3 2/3 innings, giving up only 1 hit, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. He has 2 saves in his 2 appearances. Not coming in a save situation here, but he is on in relief of Quezada.
How tall is he?
You know, I don't know that I have that. I think he's probably 6'6" is what would be my guess.
I'd go in there. I'd play that one.
Would you go with that?
I'd go with that. I'm very comfortable with that idea.
Yeah. Quezada goes an inning and 2/3. Gives up 1 hit. So far, 3 runs, none of which were earned.
He's taller than my little boy, and he's 6'4", so.
Was it Kyle? Was that who I met, right?
Kyle.
Mm-hmm. Kyle. Quezada, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, did hit a batter. And these 3 runs are all charged to Quezada.
Okay.
Sam Slaughter will face Logan Haslam with 2 outs. And a runner at third base. That's Levi Perrell, who reached on the air. Sam is 0 for 2 with a walk for his first hit of the ball game. He has 1 hit in the playoffs. That was a big one. 1 hit sent the Rhythm to the championship game. A walk-off home run against the Paducah Chiefs. First pitch he saw from David Limbach. Swings at that fastball, and honestly, it may not have been a fastball. It may have been a changeup. That's why it went into the dirt. Only 1 hit in the inning. That's the Brett Waringer bunt. A hit batter. What was supposed to have been a sacrifice turned into a bunt single. After a sacrifice, then an intentional walk. Sam Slaughter goes down on 3 pitches. So Haslam comes in and stops the rally. The Rhythm score 3 runs. They were unearned on 1 hit. There were, on my score sheet, 2 errors in the inning and 1 runner left on base. We'll take a break. We'll be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Hey, I've been thinking, bank fees can seem pretty cruel. Well, they did until I went to Volunteer State Bank. I found a bank with a local personalized service and free checking. Yeah, may I present to you Kasasa. Now, it's kind of like my checking account is paying me instead of the other way around. Visit one of our 11 locations or anywhere you have a phone. Real people, real solutions, right here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Rhythm take the lead with 3 unearned runs in the top of the 6th inning. We move now to the bottom of the 6th. Been joined by John Bruce, the president of the Ohio Valley League. He's America's guest for all Rhythm broadcasts. We've had him on several times and have thoroughly enjoyed having John with us.
Well, you guys let me promote the league. You talk about baseball. This is just fun stuff. I'm telling military stories.
Popped up. That will get out into shallow center field. Brett Weringer will make another one-handed catch. Incoming freshman to Georgetown University. That was Charlie Reif. And Will, the pinch hitter for the Flash. Crawford Kerrville will pinch hit for Carl Lawson. They call him the Crawdaddy. He's from Louisiana.
There you go.
Let's see where he's from. Is he from Lafayette or Lake Charles? Lake Charles. See, he swings and misses the first pitch. Delivered by Jack Thompson. Frankie trying to frame that one, but brought it up just a hair too much. Thompson in his 2nd inning of work looking for a clean inning. There's one right down the can. Kerrville does not offer that.
We had a kid from north of Nolens one year, and he told me if I bought all the stuff, he would fix a bunch of gumbo.
Uh-huh.
We fed gumbo to the team for 2 days. I mean, the pot he made was huge. Man, that was good stuff.
You enjoyed coming down there. Was he for the Hoptown Hoppers, you're saying?
Okay. Yeah, he sure was. They were all, they all kidding him about being a Cajun. And
right.
So he stand in the dugout one day and he made that offer and I went, sure.
Luke Scales, the leadoff batter, swings over. Pitch by Jack Thompson. Then his swing carried him to the left-handed batter's box, and Frankie Delgado just got to throw back to Jack Thompson before hitting Scales. Scales 0 for 3 after going 3 for 4 in Friday night's ball game, and he'll foul that one off to the right side, a AAA auto glass foul ball. Rhythm trying to win back-to-back championships after losing in year number 1. Another foul ball off to the right side. Count remains 0-2. Hello to Beth Cox. Aunt Beth of Aaron Hash. Aunt Beth and Uncle Todd. The host home for Aaron Hash. There's a ground ball to shortstop. Harrell stays back, makes the throw over to first base to retire Scales. And a 1-2-3 inning. Thought maybe Levi had stayed back just a little bit too far. John, we'll keep it here. You got any parting words for us? Because I know you've got to get out, and they've probably got a big hamburger for you waiting, I guess.
Well, I've been here through six runs. Okay. Of the 9 scored, I'm 6 of them.
You've seen 6 of them.
Yeah.
3 by each team, right?
3 by each team.
Okay,
so
well,
it's a perfect time for me to leave, and I can step out. But I appreciate it. Like I said, I always appreciate the time on the radio with you guys. I enjoy it. It's been fun. Overall, being the president has been an interesting experience, and most of it has been fun. It's kind of nice. And if you've never had a host, I'll do one plug for a host family. if you've never thought about being a host family, next year you want to be one, because you'll develop a relationship in 2 months that'll last a lifetime with these young men. And it's your chance to impart some good feeling as they travel around, and all through the medium of baseball. We entertain the communities through baseball. We offer these guys to play, develop their skills all through baseball. And it's the greatest game on the face of the earth. And remember, only the defense has the ball.
You know, I appreciate you bringing stuff like that up. I love knowing that kind of information. I never thought of it that way, but you bring a great perspective to the game. And I tell you, I've loved having you, especially on the road when it's just me sitting here. I love having you as the special guest. And as I've told you, you have been welcome on this broadcast anytime. And you've been a great president. This is finishing our 3rd year in the league. And you've been a friend to Full Count Rhythm. I know Josh Carmen, who's general manager and now the head coach the last 2 years, has appreciated your guidance and you being at the top. And I don't know who's going to run this show next year, but they got some big shoes to fill, John.
Well, thanks for the compliment. I really do. I appreciate that. But it's all these folks. It's not me. There's a lot of folks who make this work. I just suggest things and see what happens. But thanks a lot, Tom. Well, I really appreciate it.
All right.
Yeah.
John Bruce, the president of the Ohio Valley League, in his second to last day. Josh Seiler fouls the 0-2 pitch off. Logan Haslam's still out on the mound. John's got to go shiny up that trophy right now. Rhythm trying not to get ahead of themselves, but looking for that win here at Henderson. Haslam's 0-2 pitch misses down low. Haslam came in with a runner at third base, 2 out in the top of the 6th inning, struck out Slaughter. I would expect that he will go the rest of the game. Seiler able to hold up on that one. Josh Seiler 0 for 1. He's walked twice, wearing Walker Strange's jersey number. Walker, I think, has a bit of an injury, maybe a hand injury or something. He and Trey Miller are down due to injury. Josh, he was not able to hold up on that one, and he starts walking back before the first base umpire even puts up the fist. Second strikeout by Haslam. And Reese Holbrook will step in from the left side. He's 0 for 3, did reach on an error. In the top of the 7th inning, the Rhythm with a 3 spot, unearned runs in the top of the 6th inning. Take the lead back after losing it in the bottom of the 5th. It's fastball high and tight to the Tar Heel, Reese Holbrook, in his first year with the Rhythm, following his brother Cooper Holbrook, who's in his 2nd year from Vanderbilt University. 1-0 pitch is, he tried to check, but could not hold up. On deck, Frankie Delgado. Maureen Thompson, you can exhale after Jack got the 1-2-3 inning there. Haslam asking if that was a little bit outside, and umpire gave him a nod, said yes. Started at 6 p.m., coming up on 2 hours long. There's a ground ball to third base. Going to be a tough play. Logan Lacey stays back, throws across the diamond, and gets Holbrook by a step. Nice strong throw by Logan Lacey to retire Reese Holbrook. Delgado, 0 for 2, was hit by a pitch, just barely nicked him. Ends up coming around to score on an error. A little nubber by Levi Perrell down to first base. It kicked out of Brady Morse's glove. Delgado looks at a first pitch strike. Frankie finishing the year here with the Rhythm. Last year only got in 4 games before he was injured. stayed with the club after his hand surgery. Part of the team and is back and has played the entire year. Jay Miller's doing fine. He's got a knee issue that nagging, I think. I think he'll be on a flight tomorrow back up to New York. So Aiden Gibson plays with him over at Carson Newman. Aiden Gibson played over with the Fulton Railroaders this year. So hello to Harold Cross. That one is fought off by Delgado, and Cal remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Harold, thanks for asking about him. You got to see that mug of Eddie Crittenden at the beginning of games before the Fulton Railroaders ball game. So here's a breaking pitch out of the glove of Charlie Reif. Count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brett Weringer from the on-deck circle will come and retrieve that one. Rhythm scored 2 in the first, 1 in the third. And then the Flash came back with 2 in the fourth and 1 in the fifth to tie the ball game. But Rhythm with 3 in the top of the 6th inning to take the 6-3 lead. That pitch not handled again, and we'll have a Full Count Ministries full count. And the host home family, Bill and Cindy Milligan, are hosting the Delgado and Jackson duo for the 2nd year. Thanks to all of our host homes. Full count pitch is high, and Frankie Delgado will reach for a 2-out walk. First base runner to reach off of Logan Haslam. I don't have his height, but he looks all of 6'6". Has had a tremendous year. Tell my wife I'll try not to use that word tremendous again. I've used it once. Another high pitch to Weringer, who laid down a beautiful sacrifice bunt that turned into a base hit in that 3-run 5th. Haslam had 14 appearances in the regular season, pitched 26 in the 3rd innings, and a throw down to first base. And Delgado back, and then he hops up off the base. If the tag had stayed on him, he would have been out because he hopped off the base. Frankie don't do that anymore. Haslam at a 3.08 ERA. 5-0 on the season. The pitch comes inside, and Haslam all of a sudden has lost the plate. If you look at the OVL website statistics, it'll show him with something less than 5, I believe, but I went back and looked at every game, so I corrected the pitching stats at least. 3-0 pitch, right down the can at the letters for called strike. He had 2 saves on the year. 38 strikeouts in those 26 in the 3rd innings. Brett Weringer with 2 outs and 1 on, a 3-1 count. He will ground one to third. It will stay down. Logan Lacey gloves and throws across to Morse for out number 3. Couple nice plays there by Logan Lacey as he gets 2 of the 3 outs. And the Rhythm do not score and leave a runner on. We are headed to the bottom of the 7th inning. Rhythm leads 6-3. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
This is home. So is this. And this. But home isn't just the stunning views or the rugged beauty. It's what you make of it. It's a place for joy and peace. A safe haven where memories are made. It's all of these things. Home is a feeling, and it's created by the people around you. This region is home, and we're so proud to be a part of it.
Jack Thompson back out on the mound for the Rhythm. Maureen Thompson, you're going to have to hold your breath again. Your baby boy is on the bump. Hello to Savannah Burgett, who's watching. Maybe she's watching from San Ramon, California, rooting for Logan. I'm assuming that's Haslam since she's rooting for the Flash. Welcome to the Full Count broadcast on YouTube. Glad to have you along. He has had a great year, Logan Haslam has. Jack Thompson will face 2, 3, and 4 in the Flash lineup. They have 2 more cracks at the Rhythm. Lester had a solid single in the 5th inning. He'll look at a fastball at the knees for a called strike. Lester from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, grounds one to third, and Josh Seiler will not be able to come up with that one. Lester will round first, but Perrell has gotten to that ball. See how that one's ruled. But Lester reaches for the second straight at-bat. This is Thompson's 3rd inning of work. Kind of a tough play for Josh Seiler, who's playing third base for the first time since probably the first week of the season for Full Count, and that will be ruled a single by the official score. Colin Helms steps in. Fastball misses outside. Thompson going to be looking for a ground ball to a middle infielder here. Have not had a do-dat double play today. Did have an attempt, and Thompson tries to pick at that outside corner at the knees, but unable to. Again, Helms is 1 for 2. He doubled in the left center field and walked in the 5th. That one's down low too, and 3 balls, no strikes. Thompson trying to nibble, trying to keep Helms in the ballpark as well. That pitch in there at the knees for a called strike. Thompson trying to help his teammates win OVL championship for the 2nd year in a row. That's a strike in there for a full count. Brought to you by Mike and Kim Hayes. Been the host home to Jack Thompson for 2 years now. Sure they're listening in. And he misses outside with that fastball, and runners now at 1st and 2nd. 3rd walk by Thompson puts runners now at 1st and 2nd with nobody out. Logan Lacey steps to the plate. He's got a home run in these playoffs. Had 1 in the regular season as well. So he might have 2 home runs. Breaking pitch, runner goes, and the throw down to 3rd, not in time, and that's a double steal. The pitch goes high for ball 1, and 2 runners now in scoring position. The Flash, ever since the Rhythm have been in the league, have been base stealers. I don't think they led the league this year. I think maybe the Jockeys did. There's a ground ball that should get in 1 run. Weringer will glove and underhand to first base. And the Flash are now within 2. At this point, though, you want to trade an out for a run. At least you want to get an out. An RBI ground out by Logan Lacey. Nathan Brewer will step to the plate. He had a 2-out base hit that drove in a run in the 5th. Hitting here with a runner at 3rd. Fastball catches that outside corner, and Brewer agrees. A base hit, a walk, a ground out have produced 1 run. That one's up high and outside, fouled off to the left side. AAA Auto Glass foul ball. Thanks to AAA Auto Glass and all of our sponsors for supporting Full Count Rhythm all summer long. On deck, Caleb Niehaus. Jack misses it low and outside. Delgado has to reach out there on the 0-2 pitch. Keep that one in front as Colin Helms is lurking down there at third base. I'm not sure where that one missed. Nathan Brewer said that wasn't in there. Count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes to the flash center fielder, who was 2 for 3. Swing and a miss. Down goes the Blue Raider from MTSU. Thompson came up a little bit higher with that fastball, and Brewer just couldn't catch it. Second strikeout for Thompson. 2 outs, and dangerous hitter here, Caleb Niehaus from the University of Southern Indiana steps in. He's 2 for 2. Looks at a fastball in there for a called strike. Thompson trying to wiggle off the hook here. First 2 reached. Breaking pitch is tapped foul. Good thing that was. That would have been an infield single and a run scored if that hit stayed fair. There's Kim Hayes checking in, says go Zach. Speaking of Zach, we were just talking about Jack that rhymes with Zach. Zach Williams checking in with a verse. Popped up in the infield. This should end the inning. Henry Jackson with a dirty uniform makes the catch for. Did I not have all the outs up there? Now I do. So 1 run on 1 hit. No errors, 1 runner left on base. 2 innings left here in the OVL Championship Round 3, Game 2. The Rhythm can hold this lead. They'll walk away with their second OVL championship. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
At Jersey Mike's, they slice your order fresh right in front of you. And let me tell you, watching that can send a rush of emotions through a person. Excitement, impatience, baby-like wonder, indecisive, anticipatory chewing, nervous pacing, happy claps, and finally, jealousy, because that's this guy's sub. I should order one. Good idea. Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Here at Pizza Ranch, our research tells us kids love our buffet. All right, kids, to recap, your favorite things about eating at Pizza Ranch: pizza, chicken leg. Wait, who said pudding plate? Joey, what's a pudding plate?
It's a plate full of pudding.
Carl, put it on the board. Kids love Pizza Ranch, and parents love that kids eat free on Tuesday nights.
Pizza Ranch, everyone's favorite buffet.
I think this kid is onto something.
Moving to the top of the 8th inning, Tim Reese at Henderson Park Field in Henderson, Kentucky. Scott Slaughter says their 150-pound German Shepherd says, let's go. Sammy. Uh-oh, we got rally pops that have been delivered by Rebecca. This young man coming to the plate's girlfriend right here, handing out rally pops as Henry Jackson steps in. Had to get me a cherry one. Vicky Maloney and the Chicken Man, Todd Hunley, checking in on Facebook. Henry Jackson looks at the first pitch from Logan Haslam that gets in there for a called strike. Jackson is 1 for 2. Reached on a walk, had a beautiful sacrifice bunt in the 6th inning. And he taps one. That should be tough play for Lacey. He will not be able to handle that one barehanded. Henry Jackson will reach on an infield single to lead off the 8th inning. Tapped one and just like a bunt down that third base line, and Henry will go now 2 for 3. Zach Williams sending in Psalm 113:3. From the rising of the sun to the place where it sets, the name of the Lord is to be praised. That's a great verse right there, Zach. You've been reading your Bible. Drew Robertson steps in. He's had a very productive day, and I'm not sure what in the world that was. Is that a swinging bunt? Drew 3 for 3 and an intentional walk. Has scored 3 of the 6 runs. See if he's going to square around again. He does not. He hits a ground ball. That could be two. Backhanded by Lacey. He flips to second base. And I keep saying Lacey. Scales at second. Made a diving catch in underhands to Lester at second base to get the force out of Henry Jackson. That just allows Drew Robertson to stay on base so that he can score his fourth run of the game. Reaches on that fielder's choice. See if I can keep up with the outs this inning, folks. Levi Perrell gets called strike, throw down to first base, not in time. Perrell looking for his first hit of the ball game. He's 0 for 3. Did reach on an error, hit one right off the end of the bat in his last time up. Got out of the glove of the first baseman, Brady Morris. Call is strike. And Drew Robertson will turn his ankle down at second base. He's going to be safe, but Rhythm going to have a bigger problem as he apparently has done something to his foot. Let's see if we got a little better view right there. I believe the pitch was called a strike. Levi did not offer at it. Harrison Travis out, and Tyler Sills and now Josh Carmen are coming out to check on the center fielder, Drew Robertson, who steals second. Throw was wide. It was to the right field side of second base, and Drew might have been trying to avoid the throw down from the catcher. Good throw would have had him, but the throw was to the right field side, and Lester tried to catch and tag at the same time, but not sure if we're going to need a pinch runner or not. They've got somebody. They are going to have somebody come out of the dugout to pinch run. That will be Cooper Holbrook. He will come out to pinch run for Drew Robertson. So Robertson's day is done, and we just hope that that's not a significant injury right there. Holbrook will stay in the game and probably play left field, and Reese will move over to center field. So Drew Robertson will not score his fourth run of the game. And Levi Perrell will step in with an 0-2 count with a runner at second base. And one out. Holbrook, a good runner down there. Second base. Don't lose a whole lot on the base pass with Coop running. Long check of the runner. Breaking pitch misses just inside. Tyler Sills will head back to first base as the first base coach. He's the pitching coach. Had to come out of the dugout when Caleb Abney, first third base coach earlier the year, had to leave the team. There's a swing and a miss, and down goes Perrell on a fastball. Third strikeout for Logan Haslam. Second out of the inning. Jackson Cothran will step in. He's got 2 RBIs, 3 RBIs on the day. An RBI ground out in the first at a single. Drove in a run in the third and a sacrifice fly in the sixth. That drove in 1 run. Another run came in. That was Drew Robertson on what I have as an error on my score sheet. They did not put one up on the scoreboard. I don't think they showed it in Game Changer as an error. Looks like a pitch that Logan Haslam was turning over. Not a straight fastball, so I'm not sure if that's a changeup of some sort, but throws it pretty hard. Not sure if it's a changeup. He doesn't have a lot off of that, but it seems like he's turning that over almost like he used to do with a screwball. 1-0 count. That's in the dirt. That'll get by Rife behind home plate, and the runner will move up to third base, and that is Cooper Holbrook on the wild pitch. So an infield single by Henry Jackson to lead off the inning. Drew Robertson grounds into a force out. and steals second base. Injures his what appears to be an ankle. Cooper Holbrook takes over for him at second base, and then he moves up to third on the wild pitch by Logan Haslam, in for his second full inning of work. Count now goes 3 balls and no strikes to Cothran, starting catcher for the Rhythm today as the designated hitter as Brooke Carmen walks by the broadcast booth. She got one of those cherry suckers in her hand. 3-0 pitch gets by, but Cooper Holbrook will stay at third base after assessing the situation, and Jackson Cothran moves down to first on the walk. Looked like a pretty good pitch that maybe well, it's not going to be a pass ball or a wild pitch as nobody advanced. Cothran moves up on the second walk by Haslam. And now Sam Slaughter stepping to the plate. Let's see if the red Tootsie Pops come into play right here. Sam Slaughter could put a nail in this one if he could drive one out of here. 315 down the lines, 340 in the alleys, and only 370 just dead center field. So not a very big park here. Slaughter, a lot of power. Plays at Belmont University. He gets one that will get into the outfield and get down and score one. Jackson Cothran will hold up at second base. A big run there as Sammy Slaughter comes through and drives in the 7th run of the ball game on a 2-out base hit. The first pitch that he sees from Logan Haslam. Cooper Holbrook comes in to score. And that will draw a visit from, I believe it's Brandon Boxer. Former player for the Flash. Rhythm with a run here in the 8th. And it looks like that will be the end of the line for Logan Haslam. So we'll take a break, tell you about the new pitcher when we return on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Whatever your destination in life, you can get there easier with a checking account from F&M Bank. At F&M, our checking accounts give you the tools you need to manage your money well, like our smart free checking account that's actually free. Because sometimes the basics are more than enough, making lives better by making banking easier. Come see us at one of our branches or online at myfmbank.com. F&M Bank, banking made easy on purpose. Member FDIC.
Slim Chickens makes it easy to feed your hungry crowd. Fresh hand-breaded tenders, perfectly fried wings, and all the southern sides made fresh for you. It's easy. Just order on the Slim's app or website and leave everything to us. You can get it delivered right to your door. Any party, any size. Slim's has your crowd covered. Download the Slim Chickens app to order and earn rewards.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Hemphill brothers call to the bullpen for the Henderson Flash. Wearing number 18 today, Adam Wyhe. That's how it was pronounced. He is from the University of Southern Indiana, hometown Louisville, Kentucky. He is on relief of Logan Haslam, who's given up 1 run, and 2 runners on base are his responsibility. Haslam went 2 innings, gave up 2 hits. As it stands right now, just 1 run, walked 2, struck out 3 batters. Wyhe on for his 3rd appearance in the playoffs, all in relief. Wyhe's pitched 6 innings, given up 5 hits, 1 run. It was earned, walked 1, struck out 3 batters. Has given up a long ball and has hit a batter. He comes up onto the mound with 2 out, 2 on, and Josh Seiler stepping to the plate. Trish Lamar saying we got 76 folks watching on Facebook. First pitch swinging Josh Seiler. He fouls that one off. Young guys going out after that foul ball. Hanging out over here just to the left of the broadcast booth, but 77 in Facebook, and not sure how many we got on YouTube. Pitch down low. Charlie Reif has had a few go by him in the dirt, but he's also kept a few from going to the backstop. Jackson Cothran, Josh Cothran's his dad. He's not on second base. That would be Jackson down there. Sam Slaughter at first base. And Seiler starts to go, and the first base umpire said he went. I don't think Josh Seiler believed he went on that one. Young guys now standing in front of the patrons who are sitting right behind home plate. They can't be appreciating that too much. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. That pitch misses inside. Seiler walked in his first 2 plate appearances, grounded out and struck out. 106 watching on YouTube. Went over the 400 mark in the YouTube channel. If you want to hit that subscribe button, if the Rhythm win today, then Josh Seiler gets plunked with that pitch. We'll load the bases if you want to hit that subscribe button. And when we get started next year, or if the Flash come back and win this game, then for tomorrow's contest, you'll be notified as soon as we go on the air, as some people were a little bit surprised with the 6 o'clock start today. Normally 6:30 here in Henderson. Of course, it's a 7 o'clock start at Drakes Creek. Bases now loaded, swing by Reese Holbrook. He fouls that one down the left field line. That'll get out of play. AAA Auto Glass, foul ball. Trish Lamar, you know it's a joy to me to be doing this broadcasting. I appreciate your kind comments, and I love bringing Full Count Rhythm baseball to those of you that have fallen in love with them. Swing and a miss by Holbrook on a high fastball. We'll get the count up there now, 0-2. 2 hits in the inning, an infield single, and then a big 2-out knock by Sam Slaughter, drive in. The only run so far, but 3 bases are now occupied with Rhythm players as that pitch is fouled off. Another AAA Auto Glass foul ball. The people that you meet in Full Count Ministries and the Full Count Rhythm, which is under the Full Count Ministry umbrella, has just been outstanding. I could sit here and probably go 3 innings naming off people that I've met in the ministry over the last 13 years, and then through the Rhythm in the last 3 that have had positive impacts on my life of my family, including my son now, as we will get started to coach. I think it's our 3rd year together, Wilson and I, and that fastball misses outside, and count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes to Reese Holbrook, wearing the number 2, and we have 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. But we have 3 on. He's got a full count up there. Okay. Full count is they're going to, I wasn't sure, as that we have a disagreement about what the count is. Adam Wyhe does not agree. I didn't have 2-2. The scoreboard doesn't have 2-2 even now, as Coach Boxer will come out. I guess we could go back on our, if they ask me, I could go back on our YouTube and find out, as home plate umpire will go and check it. If somebody wants to go back, hit that back button a few times and see if they have a 3 ball and 2 strike count. It won't matter what we say, but Tanner Sandell checking in. Wilbur Sevilla, I'm going to guess he's from Nicaragua. Larry Gore, thank you for the comments. Leona Reiser says go Rhythm. Well, now he's come back and says it's 2-2. Not sure what made him change his mind, but I think it's probably right. If you come back and you got that answer, let me know. You won't miss any of the broadcast. It's now a full count. So a moot point. Thank you, Adam Wyhe. Although if that was a full count, that would have been ball 4 and another run would have come in. So the merry-go-round will be happening right now as bases are loaded. Full count brought to you by Full Count Ministries to Reese Holbrook. That is ball 4. Another run comes in. And an RBI for Reese Holbrook. Frankie Delgado steps in. Sam Slaughter at third. Josh Seiler at second and Reese Holbrook at first base. There's a line drive right back at Wyhe, who makes the grab. Frankie, who has not been known to swing at that first pitch, hits a 3/4 hard line drive right up the middle, but Wyhe makes the grab for out number 3. The Rhythm score 2 on 2 hits, no errors, 3 runners left on base. That's 12 runners left on base in 8 innings for full count, but they have an 8-4 lead. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. The Rhythm needs 6 outs to get their second championship. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
Since 1980, Hemp Hill Brothers Coach Company has been rolling strong in the coach rental industry right here in our own backyard of Tennessee. At Hemp Hill Brothers, we bring a personal and customized approach to every project we work on. This is why our clients love riding with us and why they trust us to get them to wherever they need to be. Plus, at Hemp Hill Brothers, all coach rentals include a driver for your trip. Hemp Hill Brothers are proud to provide transportation for the Full Count Rhythm all season long. And listen for the Hemp Hill Brothers call to the bullpen this season. If you're interested in more info, find us on the web at hemphillbrothers.com or give us a call at 615-876-9000. That number again is 615-876-9000.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Thank you, Travis Smith, for checking on that count. I thought it was right. And when he put up full count, I thought, well, I've been wrong before. Just ask Aunt Caroline Donaldson. She lets me know. Love that you're paying attention, Miss Caroline. Appreciate that. As we move to the bottom of the 8th inning, Jack Thompson back out on the mound. Maureen, you can start pacing again. First pitch to Brady Morris is down low. There's a breaking pitch that apparently stayed inside. Jack Thompson walking that tightrope again. Facing 7, 8, and 9 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. There's one on the inside corner for a called strike. Talon Davenport rooting for the Rhythm, the middle child of Nathan and Becky Jane Davenport. So Reese Holbrook is in center field and Cooper Holbrook in left. Count now goes 3 balls and a strike. And ball 4. Jack Thompson walking that tightrope. Walks the leadoff batter. That is his 4th walk. See how long the Rhythm go with Thompson, and we'll have a pinch hitter. Number 2, Evan Jobert will pinch hit for Charlie Rife, the catcher. So we'll have a new catcher behind the plate. When we go to the 9th inning, from the right side, swinging Jobert misses. That pitch misses. Ball gets away from Thompson, but Morse not able to advance. On deck, Crawford Kerrville, who came in the 6th inning. Thompson looking for a ground ball and gets a called strike on that breaking pitch. Started to hit Joe Bear in the left knee, but curved just at the last second. There's another one that stays inside. Joe Bear 2 for 5 in the playoffs, playing now in game number 3. He swings foul, tips that one into Frankie Delgado's mitt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The foul ball, that one catches our home plate umpire. And Caroline rooting for both those Holbrook boys. Reese and Coop. Hope Cooper's feeling better. He wasn't feeling real good on the bus ride up. Throw down to first base. Morse back in time, and the count goes full. Brought to you by Ryan and Lindsay McDuffie. They've been the host home to Cooper Holbrook for 2 years. There's a ground ball to Pirelli. Gloves, throws to Weringer on to first base. That's right, it's a that double play. Just what the doctor ordered for Jack. Don't call me Armstrong Thompson. A 6-4-3. Mark McDaniel, our PA announcer's favorite play in baseball. Nice dig out of that dirt as that ball stayed down for Levi Perrell, and that erases that leadoff walk. Crawford Kerrville steps in. Jack Thompson misses with the first pitch. Robin Benjamin for year number 3. Hate to see you go. Walter and Robin Benjamin down there in Charlotte, North Carolina. That one is lined over the head of Henry Jackson. That will get into the right field corner. Kerrville will head on to second base. The throw will not be in time. It'll be cut off by Weringer. So a 1-0 or 2-out double for Crawford Kerrville. Gets a runner in scoring position with the top of the order at the plate. This double play is looking large now. Luke Scale steps to the plate from Bellarmine. Sometimes I call him Lacey. Try not to do that here. He's been an excellent player for the Henderson Flash. Got a ripped pair of pants on that left side. He hits a ground ball to Perrell, who bobbles, and he's not going to be able to come up with it. Throws to third. Seiler gloves, and runners now at first and third with 2 outs. So an error on Levi Perrell. He hurried himself there. First error for the Rhythm. Jacob Lester steps in. Josh Carmen is a volunteer assistant coach at Trevecca Nazarene, and he has high praise for this young man at the shortstop position. They've got a guy named Josh Griffin that's going to be coming back. Griffin played a couple of years over at Volunteer State and then played this past year at Trevecca. 0-1 pitch, now 0-2 to Jacob Lester. Getting late here as the Rhythm have an 8-4 lead. Lester looking to put a dent in that right here on an 0-2 pitch, and he will. Line one out to center field. Reese Holbrook will not be able to come in and make the catch, and it's a RBI 2-out single to get the Flash within 3. And the error comes back to haunt the Rhythm, and out of the dugout will come Josh Carmen. He'll get the baseball from Jack Thompson. We'll have a new pitcher. We'll take a break and be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Score home run deals from your hometown dealer. Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We've got Nashville's best selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, every new vehicle comes with Rhythm's exclusive lifetime warranty. Unlimited time, unlimited miles at no additional charge. We've got great deals on deck, so step up to the plate. Find your new Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram at rhythmcdjr.com. Feel the rhythm, love the ride.
Hey, I've been thinking, bank fees can seem pretty cruel. Well, they did until I went to Volunteer State Bank. I found a bank with a local personalized service and free checking. Yeah, may I present to you Kasasa. Now, it's kind of like my checking account is paying me instead of the other way around. Visit one of our 11 locations or anywhere you have a phone. Real people, real solutions, right here. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Hemphill Brothers call to the bullpen for the Rhythm. Third pitcher on for head coach Josh Carmen is number 31, Aaron Hash from Bellarmine University. We got a bunch of Knights in this ball game now. Aaron Hash on in relief of Jack Thompson. This is Hash's third appearance, second in relief. Had a fantastic start against the Paducah Chiefs in the deciding game. He is the nephew of Todd and Beth Cox, the son of Garen and Tammy Hash, 6', 200-pound junior from Campbellsville, Kentucky. Played with the Hoptown Hoppers last year. An exercise science major over at Bellarmine, and as a Poppy and Mimi in Campbellsville. I met them up at Georgetown College, and the Rhythm went up there to play the Louisville Jockeys. His mentor is Evan Jones, famous Evan Jones from Volunteer State and of Full Count Ministries mission fame. Aaron Hash in his 2 appearances in the Ohio Valley League playoffs, 9 innings, 4 hits, only 1 run, 7 strikeouts. And he is on to get this last out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. There it is, Zach Williams off the pole. Teacher says when the bell rings, another angel gets its wings. Looking forward to seeing that movie with you and Mark McDaniel. Surely Mark McDaniel's listening in to tonight's game, just like Gracie Osborne is. Kissy face, kissy face, kissy face from Griffin Shelton. Glad to have you on here, Gracie. There's a pitch in the dirt that blocked by Delgado. Colin Helms, the number 3 hole hitter, stepping in with 2 on. Kerrville, who had a double with 2 outs, and there's another one. That ball will hit Helms. So the bases are now loaded, and the go-ahead run steps to the plate. First batter hit by a Rhythm pitcher today. Logan Lacey steps to the plate. He's 1 for 4. He'll be looking to take one out of the yard here. Aaron Hash delivers another pitch in the dirt. That will kick off the concrete wall, and nobody will advance. Helms was about halfway down to second base. He returns quickly. Cricket noise. I don't know that I hear a cricket noise. I'm not piping in anything extra. Got that field mic going. Savannah Burgett watching from Henderson, so guessing a host home family. Aaron Hash will get a visit from Tyler Sills as time is called. just to settle the young man down. He has been money for the Rhythm this year. Aaron Hash has had a fantastic year on the mound. In the regular season, 10 appearances, only had 1 start, had 2 saves, 24 innings, gave up only 15 hits and 6 runs, 4 walks. That is only now his 2nd hit batter of the year. He has struck out 35 in those 24 innings, a 2.25 ERA. If you can have an ERA that's below your team ERA that led the league, which is 2.72, then you are doing well. And Aaron Hash has done well. He's one of the young men that's under Ross Spurgeon over there at Bellarmine. He gets one right down the can, and there you go, Zach Williams after a mound visit. Strike. Mark McDaniel is definitely listening in. I know you were, my man. Eddie Crittenden can listen in from the Fulton Railroaders. Surely our PA guy can. Fouled off, and Lacey down to his last strike here in the 8th inning. 4 more outs the Rhythm are looking for. 8-5. Here's the flash bat in the bottom of the 8th inning with bases loaded. 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Breaking pitch line right at Levi Perrell, and it gets by him just as the runner was getting in front of Perrell, and 2-run score. And I don't know if that's going to be ruled an error or they're going to rule that as a base hit. That ball was right at Levi Perrell. Tough play is that was Lester down there at second base. Scales and Lester have now come in to score. We'll see how they rule that. First pitch swinging, Nathan Brewer comes up empty. They ruled that a single. Huh. Okay. Right at Levi Perrell. A 1 pitch. Fouled off to the left side. AAA Auto Glass. Foul ball. That ball was smashed hard without a runner taking his focus off of the ball. Levi Perrell gloves that one probably pretty easily and flips to Brett Waringer at second, but with the runner running right in front of him, his focus comes off of the baseball probably a little bit. Tried to actually block that, and it went into left center field. So a single and 2 RBIs for Logan Lacey. And the tying run out in second base. Cooper Holbrook gets over in the left center field and makes the catch on a hard hit ball by Nathan Brewer to preserve the lead. 3 runs, they're all unearned on 2 hits. Everything with 2 outs that occurred. 1 error in the inning. And 2 runners left on base. It's getting tight here. We go to the 9th, 8-7. Rhythm still lead. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram knocks it out of the park with Nashville's best selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, all new vehicles come with a Rhythm exclusive lifetime warranty. Unlimited time, unlimited miles, no additional charge. That's a home run. Find your new Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram in Madison, just 10 minutes north of Nashville.
If you've got a dream, then we've got you covered. Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram is like no other.
Think about something for a moment. Every single business, from the smallest neighborhood bakery to the biggest multinational corporation, is someone's dream come true. The byproduct of planning and determination and hard work. If you own a business, you already know that. So you'll also understand that fire and security protection isn't just about protecting property. It's about safeguarding dreams. At Corson, that's what we've specialized in since 1946. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
The ninth we go. 9-1-2 for the Rhythm in the top of the ninth inning. Adam Waihe back out on the mound for Henderson, 8-7. The Rhythm hanging on to this lead by a slim margin. Waringer tried to lay down a bunt and for some reason tried to bunt at a ball at his shoe tops. Count goes no balls and 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Waringer down 0-2. Bob McCall checking in on Facebook. Rooting for Brett. You need some insurance runs. And he took a close one there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Zach Williams, you've been keeping up with that mound visit and pitch count after every one all year long. Appreciate you checking your records there for 50%. There's a line drive caught by Logan Lacey before that got into left field for a double. Nice play there by, whoops, not on base. Have to put a star by that one. And Henry Jackson will step to the plate. Rhythm have a large contingent of fans, that are here. First pitch to Henry. Called strike 1. Another breaking pitch in there for a called strike. Henry is 2 for 3 today. Reached on a walk and also had a sacrifice bunt. And he will go down with 3 straight pitches. For some reason, Henry Jackson did not get the bat off of his shoulders there. Not sure what Henry was thinking there. First strikeout by Waihe, and Cooper Holbrook will get his first at-bat of the ball game. He came in for Drew Robertson and swings and fouls that one into the glove. Holbrook came in for Drew, and Drew injured his ankle at second base. Pops this one up into center field. Nathan Brewer will get under it, and he will make the catch for out number 3. A 1-2-3 inning, and the Rhythm will try to hold on here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Stay tuned for the exciting conclusion of the OVL Championship here on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Hey, I've been thinking, bank fees can seem pretty cruel. Well, they did until I went to Volunteer State Bank. I found a bank with a local personalized service and free checking. Yeah, may I present to you Kasasa. Now, it's kind of like my checking account is paying me instead of the other way around. Visit one of our 11 locations or anywhere you have a phone. Real people, real solutions right here. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Bottom of the ninth. Aaron Hash back out on the mound for the Rhythm, trying to save this one. He will face Caleb Niehaus, Brady Morse, and Andrew Lee, who came in. First pitch in there for a called strike from Aaron Hash. Niehaus 2 for 3. And a walk. Hash delivers another fastball in the same exact spot This one called a ball. Amy Travis, thank you for your kind comments, and thanks for being a part of Full Count Rhythm for 3 years. There's a pitch. Missed somewhere. Down goes 2 balls and a strike. Rhythm holding on to a 1-run lead, and they can preserve this here at Henderson. They'll walk away with the Ohio Valley League trophy. Popped up into the sky. Reese Holbrook will come in and will make that catch. That was a high fly ball. And there's 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. Brady Morse steps in. He's the first baseman. He's 0 for 3. He walked in the 8th. 8 batters came to the plate in that 3-run 8th inning as the Flash came within 1 run. A lot of tension here at Park Field. Pitch in there for a called strike. Fouled off to the right side, and that will get out of play. A AAA autoglass foul ball. Kathy Sue listening from Kroger in Springfield, Tennessee. Don't know who Garza is. 0-2 pitch from Aaron Hash. Swung on, they'll check, and first base umpire says he went. And the Flash are down to their last out. First strikeout for Aaron Hash. And Andrew Lee will get his first plate appearance of the ball game. Lee made the last out in Friday night's game in the 6-4 win. The breaking pitch gets in there for a called strike. The Rhythm fans are standing now and cheering. Aaron Hash, the 0-1 pitch. That is at the knees for a called strike. Two strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Aaron Hash trying to nail this down for the Full Count Rhythm, and the 0-2. Swung on and missed. It's in the dirt. Frankie can't find it. He picks it up and will throw to first and just get the runner at first. No. He says he's safe. I don't know why Frankie paused at the plate. So a wild pitch allows Andrew Lee to get on first base. Frankie couldn't find it at first. But then when he found it, then he took his time. I don't know why he didn't go ahead and make that throw as soon as he got it, but it leaves it up to Crawford Kerrville, who's the winning run standing at the plate. Ash will have to gear it back up, popped up out to right field. This could do it. Sammy Slaughter over in fair territory, and he makes the catch for the win, and the Full Count Rhythm win their second OVL championship a year after winning their first one, July 30th. And the Rhythm celebrate a second OVL championship as they win 8-7 over the Henderson Flash, here to take the trophy. Congratulations to the Full Count Rhythm, who have defeated the Henderson Flash 2-0 and have won on enemy soil here. As Josh Carmen and Harrison Travis and Tyler Sills shake hands with the coaching staff of the Ohio Valley League. Congratulations to the Full Count Rhythm, who have won back-to-back championships in the Ohio Valley League. As Jack Thompson should get the win for this game, and I believe that Aaron Hash will get the save. I can't remember now what the score was when Hash came in. I'm not sure if it was 3 runs, but it wouldn't matter if it was over 3. He should get the save. I don't have all the totals. I'll look at them on Game Changer here to pick them all out. Shows 8 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error for full count. 7 runs, 11 hits, and I've got 3 errors for Henderson. I'm going to go Jack Thompson as the winning pitcher. And I believe the losing pitcher is going to be Lucas Quesada, maybe. Let's see where that 8th run. Actually, it might be Haslam, but I'll let the official scores get to that as the trophy is now out in John Bruce's hands. I had a helper here to have him on the camera, but everybody else is taking pictures. So hopefully they will come to John Bruce to get that trophy here soon. As I guess Josh Carman still talking to the Rhythm players. John Bruce is patiently waiting. But the Rhythm finished the season with a 35-10 record. The Henderson Flash finished 29-15. As the team now comes over to get the trophy from John Bruce. And the Rhythm definitely had to hold on there in the latter stages. That last inning, no runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner was left on base. Full count Rhythm win game number 35. And that proves to be the winner in the Ohio Valley League as they go 6-1 in playoff action and move to 16-3 in postseason. Now Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram player of the game is going to be the coach. Head coach Josh Carman, and his wife Brooke is out on the field. She's taking a big family photo. So the Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram player of the game is going to be Josh and Brooke Carman and their family for an unbelievable year. A lot of highs and some lows, and we just are very thankful for the Carman family and their hard work all year long, actually, to get to this point. Fantastic full count Rhythm team this year. Had to endure some adversity, and these are not the first 32 guys that were out here, but congratulations to everybody else that was part of this ball club all along the year. And folks that had to step up, and congratulations to each member of the Rhythm family. The fans that have come, and Miss Janet Thomas is here. Sammy Slaughter's grandmother. Joe came by earlier, and he's talking to the president right now. So it was a good thing that Sammy came back. That's when I knew Josh Carman was ready to win this championship, when he invited Sammy Slaughter to come back. Congratulations again to the Full Count Rhythm, and we are so happy. Congratulations to the Full Count Ministries board, John Smithson and Brandon Jaggers and Grant Edwards, Dave Lamar, Todd Hunley, Chad Hutton. Who am I missing? Probably missing somebody in there. And supporters and helpers, Mike Bogle, Kevin Pomeroy, Eric Alexander, our chaplain, Robbie DeMarini, who's out on the field with us right now as pictures are being taken with the trophy. It's a little different than it was last year on the field, as we are in Henderson, Kentucky, instead of at home at Drakes Creek Park. Kenny Thomas hope you're listening in, our first-year coach, along with Miss Judy. Congratulations to you as well. And Jimmy Edwards, Chandler Phelps, Larry Gore, Loretta Hash, Chester Black checking in on Facebook. Congratulations. Eddie Crittenden send me a text. Trish Lamarb. Vicky Maloney says that's my boy to Josh Carmen. He's our Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram coach of the game. And Brooke and their daughters, Kylie Kennedy and son Fu Tai and daughter Lee Wei. An awesome family, awesome support system here at Full Count Baseball. And we have the best fans, the best parents and grandparents. I apologize that we don't have somebody to run this camera, but Zach Williams decided to stay home and stay close to Maggie, who's expecting their first child any minute now, due date in 2 days. So, again, last year we had lots of fans that were here. We have the Kleisers that are here. Let's see, the Jacksons and their crew. There's a couple young couples that are here. I don't really know who they are, but they've been here yesterday and today. I'm sure they're friends of the players. Got some girlfriends here, and the Dorns who've been following the team all year are here as well, and I'm sure there's other family members that I just don't know by sight very well, and we're going to have a bucket poured over Josh Carmen by Sam Slaughter, and that'll be a nice bus ride home. Sam got Josh Carmen with that one. Well, folks, I hate to do it, but these guys are going to want to get on that bus and head back home, and I have to break down the equipment. So I'm going to have to say, so Chad Lambert, there you go. Thank you, Dave Lamar, Old Hickory Bat Company, another one of the board members. But I knew I'd forget somebody. I don't have it written down. All the host home families, you play a part in this. All the parents. Grandparents is Drew Robertson hobbling around out there, and he's glad we don't have to play another game. I know he wouldn't want to sit and watch it. But fantastic year. Thank you, Scott Slaughter, for the kind comments of Zach Williams and I, and Mark McDaniel, our public address announcer, have enjoyed bringing you the sights and sounds, not only on the YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook page, but also at the ballpark, and we enjoy doing it. Thank you to Zach Williams, my partner, who texted in. Thanks for being here all year long on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Please keep praying for Full Count Ministries, as there is a tremendous need right now for prayer. Thank you to those that are coming back from mission trip. Dylan Doris and the crew down there. I know Riley Gore's coming back, and Cade Pomeroy also coming back. And congratulations to the Henderson Flash. This is 3 years in a row that they've won their division. First time that they've gotten to the championship game, and they sure did make two significant comebacks to get back into not only this ball game, but the ball game on Friday night as well. They've got some very talented players over there. Head coach J.D. Arndt, the only coach in Flash history. So congratulations to Clay Bolin, the general manager of the Henderson Flash, and to J.D. Arndt and his staff. Well, I have to finish it up here and start packing it up. Sure have enjoyed it all year long, folks. It's been one of the joys of my life for God to bring me the opportunity to broadcast Rhythm Baseball, and then I'll get the couple weeks off and then move on to Volunteer State Community College. Head coach Jim McGuire and his staff over there to get to know some new players and get involved with the baseball program there. But thank God every day for college baseball and the opportunity to broadcast it. For my broadcast partner, Zach Williams, who's not here today, and for general manager and head coach Josh Carmen and Brooke Carmen and their family, this is Tim Reese saying congratulations to the Full Count Rhythm 2023 Ohio Valley League champions, back-to-back champions for the Full Count Rhythm. We're going to head home with the trophy yet again. This is Tim Reese saying God bless you. We'll talk to you next year on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
This has been another Full Count Rhythm baseball game presented by Full Count Ministry and Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. See you next time on the Full Count Broadcast Network.